Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tailosive EV live on YouTube for a very special reaction stream. As you can see, we've got the countdown going here. It is officially less than 1 hour before Cybertruck delivery starts. I feel like I'm in a dream right now, how long it's been. And it's also not been like, it's not like the same kind of wait as the Roadster or the Tesla Semi. You know, there was an occasional Tesla Semi story, an occasional Roadster story, but there would be like weeks, or not weeks, months, sometimes years between any updates on the Roadster or the Semi, whereas I've been covering this Cybertruck with more diligence than I think any other product in my entire career. At least once or twice a week, there's been some kind of news story, some kind of development, some kind of rumor, and basically just tackling all of the leaks, tackling all of the speculation, going after, okay, what's going to make it to production, what's not going to make it to production, talking about pricing, talking about features, what will make it, what won't make it, what's legally required, what isn't legally required. So much coverage over the past 4 years. It's over 4 years now, actually, officially. And here we are. And the first couple ones off the assembly line are actually going to be delivered. So it feels surreal to me, honestly. It's like someone has gone through high school in this amount of time. You know, someone was a freshman in high school that is now graduated within the time of Cybertruck coverage. And I understand kind of the hype around it. There's probably more hype for this than any other vehicle in the past because this is a kind of pivotal moment in transportation history. We're transitioning from fossil fuels to electric vehicles, which is this major shift, probably the biggest shift in automotive that we've ever seen. And Tesla's kind of the spearhead, of course, not kind of, they definitely are the spearhead, kind of leading this movement, delivering more electric vehicles than any other brand by far. Basically showing everybody how it's done and that it can be done profitably and sustainably, and that there is a way to transition the entire automotive fleet to all electric. And Tesla is showing us all of this, and simultaneously they're an American-based company, and yet the best vehicles that sell in the United States, the highest selling options are pickup trucks. Actually, all top three is it's F-150 and the Silverado and the Ram 1500. There's basically just tons and tons of pickup trucks that sell every single year, and Tesla is the most valuable automotive brand right now in the world, and they're the ones spearheading this whole electric vehicle shift in the automotive space, and this is their first truck. And on top of just the fact that, given that context, given that background on, okay, pickup trucks are very popular here in their home territory of the US, and we're trying to transition to EV, and these are the most popular vehicles in the US, that in itself is a big deal. That is a big monumentous occasion, regardless of the truck itself. On top of that, Tesla ups the ante by making a pickup truck that is very, very divisive, very, very controversial, where a ton of people love it and say it's timeless, a bunch of people hate it and say it's dated on day one. So you've split so many people down the middle across so many various topics on environmentalism, functionality in pickup trucks, aesthetic design. So many clashes are being met right now because of this one vehicle that a lot of people considered vaporware for many, many years. And now we're finally getting to the point where, okay, it's out in the wild, it's in public, and deliveries are starting in less than an hour. So there's a lot of hype surrounding this, I know, but I'm just trying to prepare you guys and mention, I get it, you know, and I know some people were asking me earlier, they were like, Drew, are you getting a Cybertruck? Why do you talk about the Cybertruck so much if you don't plan on getting one? I try to phrase it this way. First of all, I love the design. I was very captivated after seeing the Cybertruck in person, and I think it will age particularly well. Not everybody agrees with me, but I admire it while simultaneously acknowledge I do not have a use for it personally. And I think many other people out there will take advantage of their Cybertrucks and use them to the absolute fullest and load them with accessories and tow across town. Maybe not across country very successfully, but across town, which is a lot of towing. People will load stuff up in the beds. People do off-roading with them and be burning a lot less fossil fuels with the ownership. But I can attest that I don't do any of those things. I'm not like a towing guy. I'm not an off-roading guy, and I never have been, and I probably never will be. Just with my current lifestyle, I'm more into efficiency and like how do I move myself and my loved ones as efficiently as possible. And even if you gave me a free Cybertruck, thank you, but I would basically drive it around the exact same way I drive my Model 3. It would drive me and my wife to the grocery store, to friends' houses, on road trips, and to families' houses, and it would be fun, but the Model 3 gets the job done. It's far more affordable, I'm guessing. We don't know the official price yet of the Cybertruck. I'm hoping we get that today, but honestly, I'm not 100% confident we're going to get a price reveal at this presentation. I really, really hope we do. Maybe this would be a great time for everybody to put in their price guesstimates. Let's see. This feels weird to have an official release and be done with leaks. Jackson, I don't think we're going to be done with leaks. Hopefully we'll have less leaks to talk about, but yeah. There's still a decent chance in my head that Tesla does not answer all the questions we're asking. Ivan says 10 or so Cybertrucks will supposedly be delivered to employees today, but we've seen a lot of Cybertrucks at the factory. When do we anticipate deliveries to customers to begin? I think that they could probably keep it internal for quite some time, which is why I'm trying to temper your expectations. Like before an actual customer that is not under NDA, like a content creator, takes delivery of a Cybertruck, it could be months. I hope it's not. I hope we actually get some real customer I mean, employees can still be customers, but, there's NDAs and stuff they sign. But like a non-employee delivery, I hope one happens before the end of the year, but knowing how high in demand it is and how many Tesla employees really want one, I wouldn't be shocked if we have to wait another 3, maybe even 6 months before they actually start saying, oh, okay, let's deliver some Cybertrucks to people that don't have to sign NDAs. Let's see. Wyatt asked right before the stream began an interesting question. Now I can't find it. Where'd it go? Well, here it is. Wyatt Noyes, thank you for asking. He says, do I believe the Cybertruck will outsell the Ford F-150? It's been in the best-selling vehicle, not just truck, in America for the last 40-plus years. I don't see it happening ever. It definitely won't happen soon, that's to be sure, because Elon has said on multiple occasions that at fully ramped, which it's not, the Cybertruck won't be fully ramped in a year. It'll probably take 18 months or more before it's at max capacity. But he said at max capacity, they expect to build around 200,000, 250,000 Cybertrucks a year. Not anywhere close to the amount of volume that the F-150 sells in. But there's also some context to keep in mind there. When they say that the F-150 is the bestseller, they're bunching in many, many different trims in different variants of the F-150. So yeah, on a typical year, the Ford F-150 series can sell upwards of 600,000, sometimes 800,000 units. And if Tesla wants to beat that, they're definitely going to have to expand Giga Texas substantially or build another Gigafactory. And those things don't go up quick. Unless it's Giga Shanghai, I think that's the exception, not the rule. Everyone was convinced. Everyone was so sure that Giga Mexico was going to beat Giga Shanghai, and that once they announced Giga Mexico, it was going to be done within 9 months, and they haven't even broke ground on Giga Mexico. So it's just a big, complicated factory that has so many different rules and regulations to abide by. It's not going to go up quickly, and Giga Texas is honestly, currently, it's kind of capped out. I'm not sure exactly what the limiting factor is for the Cybertruck. It could be the cells, how many cells can they build, but this whole exoskeleton is also a brand new manufacturing technique that we haven't seen before, so there might be a limit to how many exoskeletons they can origami out. You can't say stamp out, right, because there's no stamping. The Cybertruck is... Even with its rumored smaller battery capacity of 123 kilowatt hours, that's still not huge. I'm sorry, it is huge. That's more batteries than a Model Y, which is why I don't expect the Cybertruck to ramp as quickly as the Model Y or the Model 3. When it's at its peak, yeah, the Cybertruck will probably sell higher volume than the Model S and X, despite being probably pretty close in price. People just typically pay more for pickup trucks. I think the problem is a lot of people are assuming the ramp of the Cybertruck will go as quickly or as smoothly as the Model Y or 3, but both of those vehicles are fundamentally, in my opinion, much more simple. Okay, they got paint. but paint has been done before. Tesla's done paint shops before. Cybertruck has so many new technologies all implemented in one generation. They've got this brand new state-of-the-art suspension system. They've got new bumper cameras, some last-minute leaks, by the way. There appears to be a way to spray some of your wiper fluid onto the front camera. So if the front camera on the low bumper gets covered in mud, which it likely will, you can clean it off with this little spray. It's got rear wheel steering. It's got the higher voltage architecture and the upgraded low voltage architecture. So all that's new. There's more in-house design controllers than before. It's got a tailgate. It's got a vault cover. All these Teslas didn't have that before. It's got a brand new display, brand new seats, brand new steering mechanism. There's so much that they don't get to carry over, and I don't think the ramp of it will go that fast. Like, I think it might take some time before they reach max capacity. So, but Wyatt's asking about ever. I mean, I would never say never. I think there's a chance that if we're talking distant future, Ford is very passionate about their T3 project, which is basically a fundamental rethinking of the pickup truck. Everything that I've read and heard about it kind of sounds like it's Ford's version of the Cybertruck. So if that comes out, it ends up being really popular, then obviously F-150 sales would go lower. But that's kind of Ford eating into the sales. So I don't know if that's the right comparison to make, but it's worth mentioning that, yeah, the Cybertruck is not going to sell the F-150 probably within the first 5 years of it being out. And if it does surpass the F-150, it might be on a technicality, you know. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I was told by a Tesla employee that they're planning to deliver 1,500 Cybertrucks by the end of the year. We'll see. I don't know. They're starting with 10. Marquez Brownlee posted / discussed after sitting in the Cybertruck to elaborate the range he captured that everyone saw the other day. Oh, no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of YouTubers and media people that have already gotten to drive and check out the Cybertruck, and they likely have a ton of the specs. At least that's what Marquez was alluding to. Let me find that, actually. I've got Twitter queued up here. By the way, I cannot find... at one point, Tesla scheduled a live stream. There's some more news. We can react to this in real time, guys. Tesla's first powered frunk is called the Power Gate. It has one of the longest LES lighting elements of any passenger vehicle and reveals a hidden bench for two. They're pulling the lucid gravity thing. Oh, did you see this? Most valuable refer. You get a metal badge if you go to the Cybertruck. What are these ads? They're showing how they build the Cybertruck in real time. Good. Oh, they had some kind of like exoskeleton out on display here, which is kind of neat. Did you get a... Did they put a Fisker Ocean? Oh, that's something I should probably clarify, guys. YouTube has taken away a lot of the controls from the content creator as to where ads are placed. I'm guessing this helps YouTube's revenue. Indirectly, it does benefit me, so I just need to preface that, yeah, technically I may be making more money because of randomly inserted ads, but I don't have much control over where the ads are inserted. Obviously, I want the stream to be monetized so that I get something, but YouTube might just start plugging in random ads, which is all the more reason to get YouTube Premium, right? Would you say you're more equally or less excited today on launch day than you were 4 years ago on announcement day? Probably, I mean, if I'm being honest, probably not as excited, just because I know there's probably going to be a lot of strings attached, and we got a lot of leaks leading up to this. I'm pretty confident on the range. I'm pretty confident that the launch edition is going to be dual motor. We're pretty confident of the features. We've already seen the UI. We've already seen the wipers, the mirrors, the vault. There's so much that's leaked already that the delivery event, I don't think, can really give us that much more information. Whereas the original unveiling night over 4 years ago, we had nothing. They had somehow kept the Cybertruck design completely internal, and we had no idea what it was going to look like. And it broke the internet, obviously, the failed armored glass demo. Do you guys think they're going to do another armored glass demo today? It would be kind of hilarious if they were like, well, let's try this again. And Franz comes out with the steel ball. This time we're going to throw the glass. You know, I don't know if they're going to do that. But if I search MQBHD, I can find that. He did a hold up tweet. And then someone said, tell us everything. And he said, let me edit Let me edit this together real quick. Someone said blinkers are still both on one side, should be like this. And he says, you're not alone in this thought. I've seen a lot of people suggest this, where they want the left blinker on the left and the right blinker on the right. I actually don't agree. Because I often drive with one hand. I know that's not the safest thing, but I like to hold my wife's hand when we're driving, or sometimes I'm drinking water. And if I had to keep both hands on the wheel just to activate the blinkers, which are a lot more crucial in my opinion than the microphone, but I would... Here's another reason I'm not in love with the current cyber woke design, or even the refresh Model 3. I love a lot of things about the refresh Model 3, and I love a lot of things about the Cybertruck, but this is one nitpicky thing for me. I don't use the voice commands. I've tried them, and they often misunderstand me, and they interrupt the music, and I just haven't had a reliable experience with my voice command. So this button would be pointless for me. Whereas right now, I can remap my scroll wheel to do something else. But with this design, you're basically stuck with the microphone button, which is kind of annoying. But this was what I was thinking of. Dylan Loomis says, 265 miles of range displayed. Want to switch over to percent real quick. Marquez says, I'll have all the numbers in precious details with this video. So that makes me think Marquez knows the specs. And I assume that means the range, the efficiency, 0 to 60 times. And I'm hoping we get that at this event. But because, no one knew what the Cybertruck was going to look like over 4 years ago, it was a big surprise at the unveiling. This time, they're going to have I think they're going to have a hard time coming up with many meaningful surprises, but I hope they try it again. I'll pass on their shenanigans. We'll be able to stream the event, or will we need to pull it up on a second screen? With Tesla, they've never shut me down, for the record. With Tesla, I have done... I've always shown the event. I've shown my screen, and I've replayed the audio, and Tesla has never taken down my streams. Apple has, which is why in the past I have to not show the Apple event on screen. Tesla should be okay with it, but I just want to warn you guys that Tesla's doing some weirder stuff today, because this is the first time they haven't actually scheduled the live stream for YouTube. I believe, and this annoys me, by the way, because live streaming still sucks on Twitter. That's what it's called. I'm sorry. But Twitter does not have very good bitrate for live streams. It doesn't really support picture-in-picture. It doesn't have good live chat support. So I don't want to have to watch the stream on Twitter, but I might have to. Because at one point they did schedule, I think, the Cybertruck live stream on YouTube, and then they took the stream down, and now I don't see it. They do play copyrighted music, but I just mute it at that part. Usually when they're actually talking and making the announcement, they get rid of the music. So I should be able to show everything. You should be able to hear everything just fine. But if you do want to watch it without my reaction, I won't blame you. That's totally fine. It's on Twitter. That's the only place I know where you definitely can watch it. This is on the Cybertruck webpage, by the way. This is just tesla.com/Cybertruck. It shows the countdown, which is very convenient because obviously we want to know how much longer we got. Yeah, I agree. An action button on the steering wheel. Maybe more than one. I don't know if they need to be called action buttons, but I would just prefer remappable. Just let me put whatever controls on the steering. I'm not totally against the concept of buttons over stocks, but I don't like the current implementation of it. You're basically just at the mercy of Tesla deciding which icons to put there, and I don't like the layout, and I don't like the icons they put there. I would rather have control over that, and it also looks a little visually busier to me to have all these buttons on the steering wheel compared to my Model 3, but there might be no YouTube streams. SpaceX no longer streams on YouTube. I know, but SpaceX stopped streaming on YouTube when Tesla still did earnings calls on YouTube. So I don't know if they're both in the same regard, but I still think that's a horrible idea. YouTube is much better at live streaming. Hate to break it to you. I've streamed on Twitter. It sucks. The bitrate's terrible. The connection's bad. Also, much harder to monetize as a content creator. And the chat features suck. There's no picture-in-picture. You can't have it running in the background, which most people have live streams running in the background, mind you. So if you're on mobile, it's a mess, which most people are. Did I see the new button icon on the left side? Looks kind of like a plus sign. I did see that, but it's not consistent. Like this one, I think is what you're referring to. I'm not sure what this is. I see a headlight icon, which is kind of very near the edge. I feel like that's going to be hard to push because you got that whole airbag or whatever in the center, or the horn is in the middle. That's kind of weird location. It's again, I want to remap these. I would rather have two little screens up there and I could remap them to do different things. That's probably too expensive though. Someone asked about it earlier, I think, and had a pretty good guess. I'm trying to remember what they said. I had no idea. I was trying to think of something with that little plus icon, but now I can't find it. Yeah, I hope they dive into more details like that. Think they'll show off anything else today as a one more thing type of deal? I think if there was a one more thing, it would be the Cyber Quad. Hopefully, they still decide to make that. But no, I don't think they would be able to sneak out the Roadster at the last second. I'm pretty sure the Roadster is either going to be canceled or we're going to have to wait a very long time because they keep delaying the Roadster basically because they keep saying, well, something else is more important. We got to do the truck first, or we got to do the semi first, or we got to do blah 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 first. There will always be something more important than the Roadster. You're never going to get to the Roadster if your mindset is, well, something else is more important. Then Elon will argue that the Optimus robot is more important than the Roadster. So, and when is that ever going to be done? Right? Probably never. Cyber Quad would be a perfect one more thing because it was the one more thing at the last Cybertruck event. So I will be instantly disappointed if we do not get a Cyber Quad today. You think they give free food at these things? McDonald's does a crazy catering job? I have no idea. I'm not the one to ask. I'm not there. How late do I think Tesla will be today? I think I guessed earlier on Twitter. I'm going to predict 17 minutes. That's my prediction. Most of the time, Tesla's late, but based on Elon's tweets from this morning showing the Cybertruck assembly line, I think he's already there. In the past, Tesla has been late to events because Elon didn't show up on time. Very professional. 3 ad breaks now in a 20-minute time frame. Yikes, that's not good. I need to play around with some settings then. I don't like that many. X needs to give up on video and try to do an everything app. WeChat works because it has government backing it. Yeah, and you're never going to have that in the US. Well, Twitter's got a lot of problems right now. Advanced CarPlay as one more thing would break Tech X. Yeah, I don't think Tesla's going to do that. Honestly, a lot of the rumors I've seen and leaked footage of the Cybertruck, the software, honestly, might be one of my favorite parts. I mean, yes, I like the design. I like how durable it is. I love how eye-catching it is. I love that there's no logos because the truck is its own logo. I think that's amazing. But, man, seeing that software with, like, the grid mountains in the background and having the navigation behind the truck, and when you're in park, the truck takes up, like, the full display. Oh, I really, really love the software on the Cybertruck. It looks fantastic. And I don't think Tesla wants to support CarPlay. The one Tesla I know I'm buying is Cyber Quad. Yeah. Some YouTubers are live streaming the production line. You should bring it up. Well, I don't think that's allowed. You can watch their stream if you want to. I'm not trying to say my live stream's the most interesting, but I'm not going to just restream someone else's content. Unless it's Tesla, obviously. That's not their content. That's their announcement. That's funny that they're probably not streaming. Ooh, someone got some interior shots. What is this? They got it like tore down. There's a cyber cart. Oh. They're letting people hit it or something? People are trying to punch it. Let's see. What do we got in here? Cybertruck interior. This looks all skimmed down. Geez, Sawyer, this looks kind of blurry. Looks like they ripped out a bunch of pieces on that one. Huh. Okay. Well, no specs yet. Oh, they call it the Cybertruck body in black instead of body in white. That makes sense. They could have changed that a while ago. How's my rear-wheel drive Model 3 holding up so far? Wonderful. I'm very happy with it. My only issue is it's not an Aptera. Do I think the shatter-resistant glass will make the Cybertruck theft-proof? No, but software usually does a better job at theft-proof. You could break into my Model 3, but I don't think you could drive away with it because you don't have the key. There's probably some complicated way of hacking it, but I don't know. I don't see that many successful attempts at that. I think I saw some study that said Teslas are actually the least stolen. I mean, you can't hotwire them like you can in a gas car. I mean, I don't know much about hot wiring, but there's not like a what's it called? Ignition process that requires a key with a Tesla. It's basically just looking for your phone or the physical card. And if you get someone's phone or physical card, then you're not really, I mean, you're stealing the car, but you're not necessarily, it's not because the windows were too fragile. Or you can do pin to drive, yeah, but it's very hard to steal a Tesla, basically. Even if you got in one and started driving away with it, the person whose account is connected to the VIN can see exactly where it is. They can apply a speed limit to it, so the person who stole it can't get very far, and you can report it to the police and say, "I know exactly where the car is." So, yeah, I use my phone as a key, of course. Charles Lewis says, irks me that they said it would be better than the prototype and it is smaller, weaker bed, flimsier suspension, less innovative exoskeleton, less range. How do you know it's a flimsier suspension? Yeah, I know. A lot of it's a disappointment, but I think that was mainly because Tesla didn't think through the announcement. That's probably why they took down the announcement. That they basically took it down immediately. I'm pretty sure they regret announcing the Cybertruck the way they did and when they did. Okay, hold on a second. Let me mess around with some settings. Oh, that's not helping, is it? Can I switch here? You can't see me now. Weird. Okay. If I go in here, ads automator, I think, is what I want to turn off. Monetization. Choose how mid-rolls appear. Oh, yeah. Let's do it manually. I didn't see that option. Hopefully that stops the mid-rolls. I apologize for the mid-rolls. They were not my choice. I hate those double ads. The Sentry mode just looks so threatening. Yeah, you can record people do stuff. I don't think that usually stops them, but yes, technically you can record them stealing your car. Are you more excited for this event than the semi-delivery event last year? Oh, yeah, for sure. Cybertruck's far more influential and will probably change the way our roads look more than the semi. But I was excited for the semi. Tell me why Tesla isn't integrating instrument clusters in the Model 3Y and Cybertruck. Probably because it's not highly requested. If anybody has a Model 3 and Y, they're already the best-selling cars in the world, and it's not high on the request list. It's not high on my request list, by the way. I don't want one. I think it's a non-issue. People are making it into a bigger deal than it is. You either look right here for your speed or you look right here for your display, your speed. What difference does it make whether you have to look here or here? I don't think it matters. It just kind of complicates the interior unnecessarily. I would not want a driver display. You think the one more thing will be refresh Model 3 for America? No, I don't think you're going to get that. From everything we've gathered, we're waiting on Fremont to update their assembly lines. Fremont is not ready, and I see no evidence that we're going to get a refresh Model 3 this year in the U.S. We might get it next year at some point, but I don't think we'll get that today. If there is, remember, one more thing is an Apple thing, not a Tesla thing. Tesla rarely has one more things. And usually they don't end well. The last big one more thing was the Roadster, and that never happened. So, no, I never pre-ordered the Cybertruck. HUD would be better than an instrument cluster. I don't know. Still probably complicate the interior more. And again, I don't think that's what the Model 3 needs, essentially. I don't think we need more controls behind our steering wheel that we have to look through to see. I kind of like that my speed and my information and stuff is all on the side of the display so that no matter how I'm turning the steering wheel, I can see it. Whereas if I had a HUD or something behind the steering wheel, it's going to be covering up the speed if I'm turning at certain angles. I don't think it's a big deal. Tesla should add a stolen mode. We can talk about what features all day, but the idea seems interesting. I don't see why not. I mean, the only reason I could see why not is it probably doesn't come up very much. Teslas are kind of hard to steal because if you don't have the key, even if you break all the windows and sit in the driver's seat, you still can't drive it because it'll still say, the alarm will go off because it's locked and you're breaking into it. They have ways to detect that, believe it or not. And if it doesn't detect the key or the phone, it's not going to move. So there's just not much incentive to stealing it. It'll be interesting to see how Elon behaves at the event. I just hope it's not a recap of Tesla's history. That's what happened at a lot of Tesla events where they're just like, so, we started with the Roadster, which had a lot of similarities with the Lotus, but we had to change 90%. It was very hard. Mass production is so hard. It's incredibly hard to build. I cannot emphasize enough. It's very hard to build. It's very hard. The machine that makes the machine is very hard. I'm so sick of that spiel. I believe it. I know it's hard. I know it's complicated. But the point has been made as someone who covers all this stuff. I get it. Manufacturing big, complicated items, even small items, is hard and time-consuming, and it takes a lot of money. Just tell us about the product, okay? Because pretty much all I'm getting in my head when you tell me that it's really hard is that you're trying to justify a higher price. Just tell me if the price is bad. I'll do the justification for you, Elon. Don't worry about it. I'm going to try to play the event. I'm pretty sure in the past I've never had any issues showing a Tesla event on my stream, so I'm going to try, but Tesla's doing some weird stuff today. This is the first time they're not streaming the event to YouTube. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen the link available to it. It's only going to be on Twitter, so hopefully they don't take my stream down. But if they get weird about it and say, oh no, we didn't want this to be available on YouTube, they might take my stream down, and then I'll have to restart the stream and I can't show the event afterwards. But it's on Twitter if you want to watch it. Oh wow, Greg Swanson super chatted. That's very generous of you. He says, I'll let you drive my Cybertruck when I get it. Sounds like a deal. I'll basically be reaching out to anybody basically who has a Cybertruck and try to drive it and make some videos on it as quick as I can. But spoiler, I'm not going to be first. Marquez has probably already filmed it. Top Gear has already filmed it. There's a bunch of media groups, I'm sure, that have already gotten their hands on the Cybertruck and already filmed it, and they're just waiting for the embargo to lift. Maybe later today all those videos will drop. How many accessories do I think they'll show off? Well, there was definitely some leaked in the iOS code, so I hope they reference those. There were 2 different tent designs that looked really nice. There was a high-mounted light bar that looked cool. There's even references to a solar tonneau cover. That I'm very, very interested in, like the pricing, how it looks, how it works, because I love solar on EVs, and I feel like that's criminally underutilized. I don't care if you can't power the entire EV off of solar. I just want supplemental energy. So even if putting a giant solar panel on the Cybertruck only gives you 10 miles of range a day, that's still cooler to me than nothing, because you're just going to have phantom drain. I mean, right now, a lot of the time, people have to turn off Sentry mode on their cars because of how much energy it uses. So if your solar could just stop the phantom drain so that you could leave your Cybertruck at an airport or leave it parked outside for months and not have to worry about plugging it in, heck yeah, I would rather have that. I don't know about sound systems. I haven't heard that. If they don't one more thing in CyberQuad, I'm canceling my order. Yeah, you sound like Mike as well. Didn't Tesla shut down Cybertruck reservations because there are 2 million already and they did not want more backlog? We don't know for sure if that's why they shut them down. I mean, we'll probably have a bit more of an answer after the event, because if they update the website with all the new Cybertruck pictures and videos and specs, and then they let you reserve it, then I'll say, okay, no, they didn't care. Usually Tesla doesn't turn off orders on much. It's just like, well, we're not making this, or we're not making enough of this. Like, they turned off orders for the Tesla Semi, but that's kind of niche. They do have a huge backlog for the Cybertruck, but I'm willing to admit that probably 60 to 80% of those reservations aren't going to go through. Most of the people I've talked to have more than one Cybertruck reservation. A lot of people I know reserved a dual and a tri, or some people reserved all 3. I know one friend of mine reserved 3 without FSD of each trim and 3 with FSD of each trim. So there's probably a lot of fluff in there. I don't think they actually have 2 million ready to go deposits, but it should also be mentioned that a lot of people are not in the Tesla tech bubble, that may be interested in the Cybertruck once they see it in person and once there's more coverage of it, which is probably going to be a lot of over the next week. YouTubers reviewing it, checking it out, talking about its features, talking about its perks. You know, I think the Cybertruck, regardless of what you say about the range or about the design or about how the tires are ugly or the bed isn't right or the frunk's not deep enough, whatever you say about the Cybertruck, here's something objective that you cannot take away from it, which in my opinion gives it a massive advantage. The Cybertruck is the first truck that can access the supercharger network. That is the best electric vehicle charging system in the world. There's more stations than any other EV charging network, and that's been a deal breaker for a lot of F-150 Lightning customers, Rivian customers. They love those trucks and they love their vehicles, but a lot of the time they're left stranded or they're stuck with a slow charger with Electrify America, and the Cybertruck is the only truck, at least right now, that gets to bypass all that. And sure, F-150 Lightning will get access to superchargers next year, so will Rivian, but their charging speed isn't going to be as good. They're still going to be stuck with an adapter, which might come with its own speed limitations, but F-150 Lightning peaks out at 150 kilowatts. Cybertruck's probably going to go over 350 kilowatts with its higher voltage architecture. Rivian maxes out about 220 kilowatts. Also, Rivian has been known to have some overheating issues with their charging, high voltage charging system that a lot of people have documented that I've seen. So simply for the fact that this is a truck that can supercharge, which requires no gas, throw out everything else you think about it, you can't take that away from it. It will be able to access every supercharger. You can take it to a V2. You won't be able to take your F-150 Lightning or your Rivians to the V2 superchargers. And you're going to need an adapter for those trucks, and they're going to have a charging speed limit. The Cybertruck is going to have a much better charging curve, I think, than either of them. I don't know that as a fact, but I see no reason. F-150 Lightning and Rivian both are lower voltage architectures, and they don't have NACS yet. So you're still going to have to use an adapter, whereas the Cybertruck won't. It can just go to all the superchargers. So, yeah, shout out to Aptera, seriously. I've got a lot of Aptera content. Do I like Tesla or Aptera more after your test drive? Aptera, for sure, but it's not... Aptera will have their time to shine. I did my test drive. I've got a nice, big, fat, juicy interview with the CEO and the chief of design, basically finished, and I'll drop that probably this weekend. They'll have their time to shine. Today's Cybertruck Day, guys. We have less than 30 minutes until the event starts. Well, with Elon time, maybe we got a little over 30 minutes, but it's Cybertruck Day. So I don't want to rant too much about the Aptera, because if I start talking about Aptera, I have a hard time stopping. Low point range. I mean, technically, the F-150 Lightning starts with like 240 miles of range. Cybertruck's starting with 290 probably, so it's not honestly that different. But I think as more and more time goes on, I think more and more customers are going to start realizing, particularly with electric vehicles, that the maximum 100% range number is not as big a deal as you think. It has a lot more your road trip experience has a lot more to do with your charging network and your charger reliability, which Tesla's is the best. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, which is funny because I've been ranting on Elon all day, and Elon's kind of driving me nuts as of late, but I'm going to defend the Cybertruck range. It is a bit lower than I expected, I'll admit, but I'm just willing to confess that it's not going to make a big difference whether the range is 290 or 320. That's not going to translate into that big of a difference in road trip experience. It might affect public perception. You know, if the range of the Cybertruck was 350, that would probably make a lot of people go, oh, okay, yeah, that's good range. And then they announce it at 290. Oh, that's terrible. In reality, when you're at a supercharger, you're usually not charging above 80% anyway. And the charging curve affects your charging time a lot more. And also, it's a nickel-based battery still. You're going to have degradation for daily charging. You're not going up above 80% anyway. At highway speed, you're not going to get that range. So basically, you can drive. Honestly, the Cybertruck might have range somewhat similar to my Model 3. And I've had a great time road tripping with it. And I've compared it, by the way. I've been very curious, like, how much time would I save if I, sold all my Tesla stock and saved up all my money? If I bought the longest range Model S with over 400 miles, and I did an all-day road trip to go visit my parents out of state, how much time would I save in that 400-mile range Model S versus my 260-mile range Model 3? Plugged it into a better route planner, saved about an hour over a 14-hour drive. So I'd have to spend like twice as much money to save 1 hour per 14 hours of driving. That's just the reality of charging curve, charger availability, where you can stop. Because a lot of people have this mindset that, oh, you charge to full, so I get a 300-mile range, and then I drive until it's dead. I drive till it's at 0, and then I charge again. But the truth is, with the availability of superchargers, you can't always do that because you might die 20 miles past the supercharger, but then you have to go back. So they're going to have you stop at 10% or 20%. So the availability of the chargers and the locations of the chargers has a much bigger impact, in my experience, than your actual maximum range number, which you're not going to get anyway. And let's say, okay, some people are like, will it be over 300 or will it be 290? You know, what's it going to be? Is it going to be over 300? Truth is, doesn't really matter because you're not going to get that range figure, and the difference on a road trip between 290 and 310 is semantics. It's very, very small. It's probably the difference of 10, 15 minutes. So if you're towing, it's a totally different argument. I agree. I don't think the Launch Edition Cybertruck is going to be targeted at people doing cross-country towing. I've done a lot of driving over the past week, and I can confess a lot of trucks don't have trailers on the back. There's a lot of people that are driving around without trailers. But yes, the long distance towing a trailer is probably going to be the last demographic to switch to electric. I've been saying that for a while because it's a very difficult efficiency battle, and it's also a charging infrastructure battle. It's not just a range problem. You could, maybe today they announce a 500-mile range Cybertruck, and it still won't be as good at cross-country towing because that battery pack is going to be huge. Most of the superchargers aren't going to be ready to charge a battery pack that's 200 kilowatt hours. It's going to take a while to charge up. And most superchargers right now are not pull-through. So you're going to have to unhook the trailer, charge the truck, and then hook up the trailer again. So, yeah, technically a lot of people would probably be happy and satisfied if they launched a 500-mile range Cybertruck today, but I'm here to say that it still wouldn't be great of an experience. So it makes a lot of sense in my head for Tesla, marketing-wise, to say we're going to start with the dual motor. Maybe it's not the best at cross-country towing. I'm sure it can tow across town just fine. And a lot of people will be comfortable. As I've seen, many people have done towing with their Rivians and F-150 Lightnings and had a reasonable experience as long as they're not going super far. You can tow 100 miles or whatever with those trucks. And you'll probably be able to tow over 100 miles with the Cybertruck. But they start with that and they say, in the future, we'll do a longer range one that's better at towing and probably even has a better towing capacity thanks to the bigger battery and the new weight. Supposedly some plus ones won't be allowed in due to the fire marshal cutoff. Oh my God. I would be so ticked off. See, this is why I don't go to Tesla events. I would be so ticked off. Oh, this is the end of the Cybertruck line. It kind of looks like Giga Berlin. Let me see if we got any more announcements. Whoa, they're lifting up the Cybertrucks. That's a nice shot. Good job, Sawyer. Beast mode. Cybertruck features a rear drive unit with dual induction machines, active torque vectoring, and an electromechanical front-locking differential producing a combined 845 horsepower. Dang. Okay, so not the same horsepower of the Plaid, but still very fast. Dual induction machines. I don't think that means tri-motor. Maybe beast mode is... He said, I'm crying. And I'm like, oh no, I hope he's let out. Gregor Truck is the guy that I promoted his referral code because I wanted Gregor Truck to go to the event. You finally made my point. You need to go old school fueling style. It's a decent compromise, but I think the long-term solution is going to be higher voltage battery packs with a great charging system that is optimized for trailers. That's the long-term solution. The hybrid, like gas engine generator thing, I don't know. I don't know if there's enough demand for it. Honestly, Ram sounded interested, but I don't know how many of those they're going to make, and they also haven't told us the price yet. So I'm not too confident that we need to buy trucks. I would just say keep your old diesel trucks in the meantime and save that money for your more expensive electric truck, which will come in a few years. I don't think we're honestly that far away from the V4 superchargers and more pull-throughs being well optimized in the higher range options. I don't know if it warrants buying like a $80,000 truck with a gas generator in the bed right now, personally. Being able to decouple the front rear wheels is fantastic news for highway efficiency. I hope that's what it means. It was kind of interesting terminology they used. Huh? I need to read more into that. I'm kind of jumping around. Active torque vectoring and electromechanical front locking differential. Dual induction machines. Yeah, I think that means doesn't that mean it's the same thing as the semi? Kind of, but probably not a tri. I feel like that wording says it's still dual motor. 500-mile range makes towing actually viable, since with a 300-mile range, you'd have to unhitch the trailer more often. I'm saying regardless, if you're towing over 250 miles and you need to charge, you're still going to have to unhook your trailer because the supercharger network is not ready for it yet. I wish you had gone to the event. It looks awesome. Well, then I wouldn't be reading your message right now. I'd be ignoring all of you. I'm not a big event guy. I don't go to concerts. I don't like big crowds. I would just be taking pictures of all the exact same stuff you guys are. I'm okay. I like being able to react to the event in real time, and being able to live stream it. I love this picture, though. That's beautiful. That's a really nice shot. Jay Leno's show, they confirmed it was the same as the Cybertruck. Oh, they did? I don't remember that. I watched that show. Are you sure? Come on. I can't wait to see all the customizations that people are going to do with the Cybertruck. There will be a lot. It is definitely kind of like a blank slate for customization, which is awesome. You're right about not everyone knowing about Cybertruck. We are nerds. The Rock recently interviewed with Joe Rogan and said he hadn't even seen or heard of the Tesla truck. Oh, yeah, a bunch of people have never heard of it. And usually whenever there's more coverage, and once people know, okay, this is not a future product, this is not a concept, there are people actually taking delivery, this truck is in production, that will probably create an uptick in demand. There's a lot of people that probably weren't interested in the Cybertruck because they're like, oh, well, that's fake, or that's not real, or that's just a concept car, or Elon talked about it years ago and it never came out. People who are not, involved with Tesla news, they don't know anything about it. So once they see some real world reviews of it and real people buying it and using it, then I think that will cause another uptick in reservations. But we'll see if they actually let people make reservations. Let's see. Price predictions. I think it'll be pretty high. So I've been kind of sticking with my guns on this one for a while. I'm fairly confident Tesla might do something icky. That might be a little bit unfair, but I've seen Tesla do stuff like that before. I could have gone to this event if they let me get one more referral. I was one referral short from being able to buy enough credits to go to this presentation. But they shut off. Also, I was one referral short away from being able to get enhanced autopilot through the referral program. And then like a day before one of my referees took delivery, they removed that option. They took it off. So it's kind of like, feels a little icky, like you taunt people by saying, oh, you should get this perk, refer people. So I refer people, and then right as I'm able to afford it, they take it away. So my thought on the price is that it's going to be, for the dual motor base model, $79,990, so it qualifies for the federal tax credit, but they're only going to deliver to employees, I think, for a while. I think they might keep it internal for several months because there's so many employees that want them. And then all the employees can claim the federal tax credit. And then by the time they open it to non-employees, they're going to say, oh, well, the demand's too high. The demand's off the charts, so we're going to have to up the price. So then it won't qualify for the federal tax credit by the time non-employees get able to afford it, because it'll be 85, 90, 100,000. Everything Tesla has done in the past indicates to me that they just price based on supply and demand. So yeah, it would be nice for the $80,000 under starting price to qualify for the tax credit, but if you've got a 5-year backlog, who cares about the tax credit? Because if you don't price according to supply and demand, then you're just incentivizing people to scalp the product. You're just encouraging everybody to flip it, because if the market is willing to spend, if someone's in the back of the Cybertruck delivery line, and they really want their Cybertruck soon, they're going to buy a used one that maybe gets delivered today. They're going to buy a used one for a huge premium. They'll pay $100,000. They'll pay $120,000 just to get it sooner. So the people who take delivery of it at $80,000, it means Tesla doesn't get as thick of a margin. But then the first person who takes delivery, or the first wave of deliveries, those people get to make a $40,000 profit by selling it to the highest bidder. So Tesla can push that profit margin onto the first wave of deliveries, or Tesla themselves can take that margin and then use that money to improve the assembly line, make the product better, or give more money for Elon so he can fund Twitter. I know it would be pretty impossible for Cybertruck to be priced under Model X, but is there any chance it would start at $69,420? Nothing's impossible. Let's just put it that way. Tesla has surprised us before. It's possible it could start at $39,000. I won't say it's likely, but I'm not one of those guys that say, that's impossible, that'll never happen. Highly unlikely. I think it's pretty likely that the starting price will be $79,990, but I should also preface, knowing Tesla's track record with delivery events, there's a very high likelihood that we won't get the price today at all. Because if you're just delivering to employees, you don't have to announce the price. Tesla taught us this last year when they delivered the first 4680 Model Ys only to Giga Texas employees. They did not announce the price at that presentation, and the employees were not allowed to say what they paid for the vehicle. It leaked through other sources, but Tesla did not formally announce the price for it, and they didn't announce the price of the Tesla Semi at the delivery event either. So I see no reason why they'll announce the price at the Cybertruck event, because Tesla changes their pricing all the time. As someone who covers a lot of the Tesla price cuts and price increases, Tesla will apply like 20 price adjustments to their vehicles over the course of a year. So if production is really low at the start, within the first couple quarters, why would you announce a price if 90% of people with Cybertruck reservations aren't even going to pay that price? You're going to change the price another 8 times before someone gets to their point in line. Honestly, marketing-wise, because of how high the demand is and how low the supply is, to me it makes a lot of sense that they wouldn't announce a price. They would just say, more information later, we'll contact you. Other car companies will pay a lot of money for the Cybertruck. That's true. I know Sandy Monroe wants one really bad. I predict there will be 3 versions. They bring up dual motor, standard range, tri-motor, long range, and tri-motor beast mode. I don't know. This little pop-up about beast mode is making me think that tri-motor is not ready yet, or won't be necessary. Maybe they feel like dual motor is so good we don't need it. They're getting 845 horsepower. Doesn't sound like a tri-motor powertrain, because if it was a plaid powertrain, it would probably be over 1,000 or near 1,000. And they're saying there's dual induction machines, active torque vector. I don't know. Tesla isn't taking the dual price from 50 to 80. I don't know. I've seen Model X prices go up very, very fast based on demand. The Model X, by the way, in January of this year, started at $121,000 and now starts at $80,000. So it went down over $40,000 based on supply and demand over the course of like 10 months. Over the course of 10 months, the price fluctuated by almost 50%. So in my head, it's pretty possible that because it's early and because there's not a lot of them, and because let's use your logic. Well, they announced it at 50,000, so it can't be much more than that. Okay, let's say the dual motor's 60,000. Okay, the first person who takes delivery could flip it and make 40 grand in profit. So would you rather a random guy make 40 grand in profit, or Tesla make better margins so that they can use that money to make the product better and make the service better? I don't know. Maybe you genuinely disagree. Maybe you think that would be good for the people. Because if you make a 40 grand profit, you'll just wait. You'll just order another Cybertruck. I'll just wait for it to get cheaper or something, or I'll just order again. Imagine losing $40,000 in your vehicle's value in 1 year. That would be hilarious. Oh, that did happen. That's right, for the Model X people. Tri-motor confirm. Why do people always just say that with no evidence? They just say confirmed. What does this say? Chuck Cook got something here. It says tow hitch. No, go back. Tow hitch fully integrated. The angular bumper is designed with a flat bottom for improved aerodynamics. Is that why your range is so good? Integrated tow hitch cover and metal skid plates for greater underbody strength while off-roading. See, I've seen a lot of people complain about the bottom piece of the Cybertruck. They say that's not good for your departure angle. There's no way around it, even if you get taller. So I know a lot of people are unhappy with that big box on the bottom of the Cybertruck that sticks out a lot. That was a funny video. People are saying it's not scratch proof. I don't see scratches because Twitter quality is too bad. So good job, Elon, keeping the bit rates low. People are saying there's Cybertrucks everywhere on the assembly line, which is cool. I like seeing those. Good job. Shout out to Chris from Dirty Tesla. Oh my God, less than 5 minutes to go. People are saying boat mode confirmed. How is the ride of the Aptera? I would love to talk more about it, but this is Cybertruck time. I have so much to say about the Aptera, but does it have a backup alarm option? Probably not. I think the backup sound is required. I can't shut it off in my car. I really wish I could. Okay. Tesla fans looking at Cybertruck. This is hilarious. Look at this. This is so. It's funny because it's true. Everyone's just like, wait, what? Especially after all those years of people saying it would have better range than everybody else. It's not that bad, if I'm being honest with myself. I think the charging infrastructure is the best solution. Jackson Smith, thank you for 5 months of support. No, it does not. The Aptera is actually far safer than most vehicles on the road, and I can prove it. I already did a video on Aptera safety measures, but we talk a lot more about Aptera safety in the... it has a crumple zone larger than most 5-star safety rating. It has much better side impact protection than most vehicles. The outward mounted wheel pants don't push an axle into the driver's position like it does on every other car. Sorry, see what I mean? If you get me started, I can't stop. There is so many. It has a rear crumple zone far, far greater than that of my Model 3, which is one of the safest cars on the road. Don't get me started. Okay. Is it definitely only left-hand drive in order in the UK? For now, yes. I'm pretty sure Tesla has said that the current Cybertruck they're working on is only intended for the North American market. They have no intention on exporting the current dimensions and size to other countries. I would get, for one, in Europe, pickup trucks don't sell all that great in the first place. So that's probably why Tesla's not going to prioritize Cybertrucks in Europe. However, even if they did want to build the Cybertruck there, they would probably, if they wanted to bring the Cybertruck there, I think it would make more sense to build it at Berlin than it would be to ship it out of Texas. Because every single Cybertruck I think they make out of Giga Texas, they could find a buyer for in the U.S., and that'll be cheaper than having to load it up on some boat and ship it overseas. They will find buyers for the Cybertruck because the U.S. market loves, to a fault, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of people that are going to buy the Cybertruck that do not need it. There's a lot of people that buy F-150s that do not need them now. That's just kind of our culture, so I can't do much about it. But that's just kind of the American way. We love our big pickup trucks regardless of how we use them. And because of that, you're going to sell every one you make in the U.S. So if they wanted to bring trucks elsewhere, I think they'd have to make them there. I don't think they would ship them. Cybertruck wheel options. Yes, there's leaks in reference leaks in the last literal 2 minutes of the countdown. I got to put my headphones in so I'm prepared. There were leaks that there's about 3 different tire options to choose from with the Cybertruck. So we'll see if that shows up in a configurator today. We need middle hand drive for those narcissists. The Tesla Semi has middle hand drive, doesn't it? Okay. I'm going to switch voice isolation just because I got some noise in the background. I'll probably switch my overlay view so I can do that. Look at me. We just got a letter. Come on, Drew. Change the culture of the U.S. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Give me a minute. Okay, there's a minute. Okay, we're at 1 minute. The future is now. Honestly, I know I'm not going to name names, but I know literal. I've heard people say this. People that drive Model 3s and Model Ys are going to switch to Cybertrucks and use them the exact same way. Not because they need the Cybertruck to do anything different. They just want it because it looks cool. And they're going to use more energy because of it. So indirectly, it's actually worse for the environment. It's a big mess. Don't get me started. Okay, so I have audio on my computer turned on, but I'm not hearing anything. People are saying it's time. 800 volt with... Oh, Kyle Connor said 3 motors in the top spec. On the tri-motor variant, the rear dual motor unit is mechanically unlinked. like most systems, but it's an induction system, which makes sense why it's so large. So it's like the front motor will be the efficiency primary drive while cruising, and the rear is there for hard power and minimal losses without the need for a clutch disconnect. Mechanical lock. Oh, watch live stream. Here we go. What? I gotta go on X. I already have it queued up here. Oh my god. It just tells you to open Twitter. Oh, we got a video. 69 viewers. Oh, it's moving. Okay, it's moving very slowly, but it's moving. Oh, wait, let me make sure you guys can hear this. Turning it up so you can hear. It's kind of quiet. I might mute it because I think it's odd. I think it's music. Wow, that looks beautiful. Look at that. Okay, now it's buffering. See, this is what happens when. Oh, we're in space right now. I just realized behind the windshield is just space. The quality is not great because we're on Twitter, though. I know there's no sound. It's just because it's playing music. They're not talking, and I don't want to get a copyright claim. 90% of truck users never use it as a truck anyway. I agree, Bob. Thank you. It looks like the intro to Halo. That's true. It looks like this is a menu before you start your forward onto Dawn or whatever. Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in, by the way. Wow, almost 2,000 people watching the stream. That's great. Thank you for tuning in. I cannot keep the music because I don't want the stream to be shut off. X is probably going to crash because it's not prepared for this kind of live stream traffic. Guys, just comment in the. I can't look right. Actually, I can. Let me look right now. If I search Tesla Cybertruck, do I get a live stream from Tesla? I only see other YouTubers reacting to the stream. I do not see. I found my own stream. Look at that. It's me. That's great. These are so satisfying, though. Look at all the bolts and screws. Okay, they're officially 2 minutes late. No, I don't think Tesla is live on YouTube. Boogity, boogity, boogity. How come Sandy already has one? Because he got to meet with Franz and everything. Oh yeah, I can move my mouse somewhere, hopefully. Oh yeah, I'll move it up towards my MacBook notch. Oh, that's weird too. It brings up the little bar. I know. Why are they stopping live streaming from YouTube? The quality here you can't even select. There's no option to select the quality, so I'm just getting whatever. I'm on Comcast internet, by the way. I'm not at my house right now. I'm at a friend's house. Comcast is the only option. I can't stream off of cellular because my service isn't that great here. No copyright claim possible. Tesla uses his own music. I don't know if I trust you. That's a very dangerous risk I'm not willing to take. I don't want the stream to be shut down. We'll see what happens. But actually, just to be safe, I might go back to full screen while they're just teasing us. But the animations are very satisfying. Yeah, we're probably fine. It's Tesla. It's Tesla. They're probably not looking at YouTube right now, right? I like the little Cybertruck live icon in the bottom corner. Oh, they launched the Cybertruck into space. Sorry. Sorry about that. Hope it's not an issue. Man, the attention to detail. This marketing stuff. Looks very Halo 4. Well, it's the Warthog, right? Yeah, this is the assembly of the first all-electric Warthog. Oh, I'm going to turn on the music. It's still just music. I'll keep it low. It says Cybertruck. Come on, Tesla. Bring it home. Bring it home. Have some surprises for us. Come on. Going to be like 20 minutes late. My guess was 17. We're about 4 minutes in. Nope, it does not sit 6 anymore. At least according to the rumors, because Tesla doesn't tell us anything. They shot a Cybertruck into space on the last Starship launch. They forgot to mention that. Whoopsie. Something wrong with your feed? Tesla feed isn't as slow as yours. Well, I'm watching on Twitter. What else do they want? I'm on Cybertruck logo. Oh, I think what's happening is I have to react to the stream. So my stream is not going to be in perfect sync with yours because I have to process and load my reaction and then upload it to YouTube, and then YouTube has to send it to you. So there's always a little bit of a delay. Hey, it's your boy! Thanks for tuning in. Yes, they're always late. Range is better than we think. Oh, that's a lot of hopium you're sucking on there. So much hopium. Starship mode confirmed. Animation does look cool. I know Elon is never on time. That's why I said, I predicted at the very beginning that I thought they were going to be 17 minutes late. I wanted to see, yeah, I have to be 20 seconds behind. There's no way I can be that. There's no way I can be instantaneous. It's not physically possible. How much do I think the dual motor will cost? 80 grand. For the base tires. If you upgrade the tires, you won't qualify for the federal tax credit. 352 mile range confirmed. Where do you guys get this stuff? I swear, YouTube live chat and YouTube comment is like the most unreliable place. I see people talking about it. I'm looking for specs, but so far it was a very cool rendering at the beginning, and now it's just the logo. Oh, I'm so ready. Come on, Tesla. You kept us waiting this long. Come on. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything confirming range. I don't know where you heard that. That'd be hilarious if it leaked on Twitter before the actual event started, though. Confirmed by me. Source. Trust me, bro. Did you post a link on Twitter to this so I can retweet for you? I did. Just look up Taylosive EV. I'm on Twitter. Thank you for retweeting. Baja mode will be better than track mode. It read 352 on a stream I'm watching. What? Space package confirmed. The bluest of balls happening right now. Come on. I think they're giving it a few minutes to everyone to create an X account. That's a great way to do it. And they require everyone to pay $1 a year if you want to watch the event. Unless you have to watch it with my crappy reaction. Sorry, you can't shut me up. Tesla US livestream is talking about some crypto giveaway scam account. No, that's not real. Maybe that's why they stopped streaming on YouTube. There was too many bot scam live streams. Guys, I need the answer. Are they going to do an armored glass demo? Are they going to throw a metal ball at the window? When I loaded up my dad's Tacoma and we helped him move, we couldn't go 300 miles. And that was a gas vehicle. I've got half the viewers of the official live. What? It says I have 2,000 viewers, and the official live stream has 107,000. So I've got about 2% of all the viewers on my stream. That's hilarious. Armored glass demo confirmed. People said it's not armored glass. No. Oh, I should do a poll. Will it let me do one? Not here. Hold on. I'm still watching. Will they... Whoa, look at the chat. Will they redo the armored glass demo? Start a poll. Oh, no. I gotta type it again. Redo the armored glass. Start! Because the event still hasn't started. There we go. Wow, so many of you guys tuned in. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for showing up. Alright, let's see how the poll does. Am I using Sonoma's new presenter feature? Yes, I am. I hope you like it. The Matrix style music is ticking me up. Yeah, they're clearly not announcing anything right now, so that's why I'm keeping the volume low. I'll turn it up when they actually start talking. I was one referral short, and then Tesla put a cap on the event. They put a cap on my account, so I could not refer any more people. I was one referral short. How come I don't get the poll on my phone? Poll test with the F-150 Lightning on the uphill? I don't know. It's such a flex test, it really doesn't mean anything. It's just like a traction test. It's not really a traction. It's not really a test of performance. Oh! They're showing stuff again. I said 17 minutes. I said 17. Let's see if I'm right. Do I prefer the Lightning or the Cybertruck? Definitely the Cybertruck. But I think they serve almost entirely different markets, to be honest. I'm sorry if you have to stick with my reaction, because I'm sorry, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to talk through this entire event. I'm going to show my face, so I apologize. Hopefully there's some other people restreaming the event on YouTube, so you don't have to be stuck with my crappy stream. They put a cap on everybody's account. Everybody has a limit now of 12 referrals per year. And when I was starting off with the referral program and referring people, there was no cap. There was no limit to how many people you could refer. And then I was one referral away from getting enhanced autopilot, and then they instigated the cap, and they were like, okay, you're done for the year. You can't make any more referrals until 2024. And then they announced later on, that you needed 30,000 credits. And I had 20,000 credits. So if I would have referred one more person, I could have gone. But no, yeah, I think the video's on loop. I can't tell if this has been shown before. My face is a feature, not a bug. The Lightning is supposed to be a truck for real working folk, not a toy. Oh, okay, so the real work truck has a smaller bed than the toy truck. Why does the toy truck charge faster than the real work truck? Is there something about real work trucks that require them to charge slower? Because the F-150 Lightning maxes out at 150 kilowatts, which is not very good considering the size of the battery. Also, it has a smaller bed than the Cybertruck. Also, real work trucks have paint on them that can scratch and get dented. Toy trucks are super rigid, super durable, and super strong and bulletproof. That's a toy. Work trucks need to be broken easily. I really don't get the whole it's for work. No, I think it's an image thing, from what I gather. F-150 Lightning is good for people who don't want to turn heads, and they don't want a conversation starter. Most people will drive right past an F-150 Lightning and have no idea that it's electric, because it looks like every other F-150. And that's okay, by the way. There's a lot of people that don't want to drive around a weird-looking, sharp, angular polygon because they're going to have to talk about it to every single person they park next to. Some people don't want to buy vehicles that attract a lot of attention to themselves. And the F-150 is very traditional. It's very familiar to the F-150 buyer, which is a very popular segment in the US. So they have an electric option. Good for them. But the argument that the Lightning is for work and the Cybertruck is not, I don't understand, because the Cybertruck has so many objective advantages over the Lightning, including bed size, durability, charging speed, charging network, all kinds of pros. Probably better turning radius as well. Cybertruck off factor is underrated. I don't know if underrated. It's generated a lot of hype. It might be. I say it's equally rated. I think the Cybertruck is not over or underrated. It is deserving of the hype it has, which there is a lot. Do I think once the Cybertruck is released, they'll start to put more focus back into the Roadster? I think they might cancel it just because the Roadster's so low volume, and Elon seems to be more focused on robotaxis. And what are we looking at here? Is this a camera? I can't tell what I see. Is this a powertrain? I feel like it's a Dyson fan commercial. Can it power my shack in a blackout? I think so. There's a big NEMA 1450 outlet in the bed of the Cybertruck. F-150 is professionals. Yeah, professionals want smaller beds and weaker trucks with slower charging. That's right. Only a pro would want to spend more time at a charger. Only a pro wants their paint to scratch. Only a pro wants the body to dent. When does it start? It's starting 14 minutes ago. But as usual, Elon is late, probably, and that's why I predicted before the event even went live, I predicted they would be 17 minutes late. So in 3 minutes, I could be proven right. Oh yeah, if Keanu Reeves came out, that would be marvelous. Ooh, this one looks more production ready. They shot it in space. I actually wish the sun visors weren't where they are. I wish they were more up, but that's probably more convenient. Oh no, it's falling apart. Never mind. This is definitely a loop. They're looping things. They're showing the internals. We're in the transmission. You think they would cancel it? I feel like they would have done that long ago in that case. Um, Knowing Tesla and where their head is at currently, and how Elon seems to think that the future is no one owns cars and the cars just drive us around, the Roadster is very pointless in that future. There's very little reason to have a Roadster in that possible scenario, which is why the reason they've delayed it so many times, they originally said the Roadster was going to come out 3 years ago, and they were still not even close, is because they said, well, the truck's more important, or the semi's more important, or the Model Y is more important. There's always going to be something more important than the Roadster, which is why I think they're just going to keep kicking it down the road. And the point of the Roadster has kind of already been made. The whole reason they made they announced the Roadster was to try to prove that electric cars can be just as good as gas cars. And I think that point has been proven with the Plaid Model S and the Cybertruck and the Model Y becoming the best-selling vehicle in the world. You don't need to argue with people on whether or not electric cars are the future. And even if there are people against it, the Roadster's not going to convince them. There's more people advocating against electric vehicles for the argument of I need longer distance range, I need more towing capacity, that's going to stop people from transitioning to EVs far more than a $200,000 supercar. The Roadster's beautiful. I know it looks gorgeous, but it's such a low volume vehicle, and Tesla's already kind of having a hard time justifying the Model S and X. I predict actually that the Model X demand will drop substantially once Cybertruck starts delivering any minute now. But a lot of people bought the Model X because it was just kind of the most practical, best of the best, biggest Tesla with all the bells and whistles. And now the Cybertruck is going to be their best product with all the bezels, all the bells and whistles, all the coolest tech. So everybody who wanted the best of the best vehicle is going to get the Cybertruck now. How many people can justify the Model X anymore? I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a ton of demand for the X and the S much longer. So there's definitely going to be even less demand for a Roadster. Uh, Electric cars just as good as gas cars, except when the battery dies and need to pay $25,000 to replace it. Oh, trust me, there's so much more servicing issues that can happen with the gas cars, and batteries can last much, much longer than the car. Um, we have a ton of high voltage battery systems lasting great. But why, if you're so dismissive of EVs, why do you watch EV content? By the way, what's your name? Um, Guy who gears. Ooh, no profile picture. You must be proud. Okay, if you love gas vehicles so much, why do you watch electric vehicle channels? That's my question. I know the battery replacement costs are greatly exaggerated. That's for sure. Okay, it's been 17 minutes. I could be right. I could be right. Come on, come on, come on. Tesla, please start. Yo, you can see all the cells at the bottom. You see all the little cells down there? They kind of look skinny. Are they 2170? No, they use cyber cells. Spent $12,000 on a replacement battery out of warranty. Warranties are 8 years, 100,000 miles. That is much cheaper than 25,000. But I've also seen many people go well over 200,000 miles. Which car was that on Cyberlift, by the way? Um, I know several channels that have taken their Model 3s and Ys over 200,000 miles without needing to service the battery. That Cybertruck in space must be a hand-built prototype. Yeah, I think you're right. Uh, we missed it. I'm wrong. First time subscriber. Appreciate your live stream. Thank you, Turd. Is that your name? Ferguson. Thanks for tuning in. You look kind of skinny. Oh, thank you. Wow. I don't think I do, but I'm glad you think so. Must be the camera. I can't imagine soccer moms with a Model X wanting a Cybertruck instead. I don't think there's a lot of soccer moms with Model X's, to be honest with you. I could see a lot of dads wanting their Cybertrucks, but the moms are going to get the Model Y because it's cheaper. Um, and LFP also has a much longer battery life. I'm trying. Oh, this looks new. This is a cool angle. Is it on the moon? That looks like the lunar surface. Light bar. Okay, I'm turning up the volume. Still just music. That was satisfying. Wait. Are we looping again? I think this is the beginning. Okay, it's not starting. Elon Standard Time. Okay. We gotta wait. Got my hopes up. My dad and I used to be skeptics of EVs and Teslas until we rented one in Rhode Island. We want one now. Butts in seats, that's what I'm telling you. Sells more cars than advertising. Your best bet onto selling more cars is to sell more cars. Get more butts in seats, lower the prices, make them more affordable, and then your customers will do your advertising for you. Why does Aptera doesn't have LFP? There's a answer to that in my interview with Chris Anthony. Chris Anthony, the CEO of Aptera, is very familiar with LFP. He started a electric forklift company called Flux Power that relies on purely lithium iron phosphate batteries, and the Aptera is just a bit more efficiency focused, and it's more about reducing weight for a vehicle like that, which is why LFP is not as good in that particular vehicle, because the energy density isn't as good, and they're trying to reduce weight as much as they can so that the watt hours per mile are really nice. But he did mention in the future Aptera may switch to LFP for the lower range variants, if you only need like a 25 kilowatt hour battery. But also they have a few different range configurations to choose from. They have 4, and they're trying to keep the manufacturing simple. So right now they don't really have the resources of a big company like Tesla to be using 40 different types of battery sizes and chemistries. So they're just going to use 2170s on the launch edition and the lower range option, and then they're using taller cells, but they're still 21 millimeters across, so that they fit with a lot of the connectors and mounting points of the existing battery pack design that they have in the launch edition, so that they can put 2190 cells and 21120 cells. Yes, that's the official term for them. Those big old cells, they can fit a larger battery in the Aptera, and they can save on a lot of complexity. Whereas if you put an LFP in there, you have to redesign everything. Everything has to be adjusted. Anyway, my wife and I are handicapped, and people have really no idea how beneficial FSD is for people like us. Right now, I don't think it would be that beneficial, because you still have to pay attention and you still have to take over quite frequently. Been waiting for 4 years. What's a few more minutes? If you've ever done demos, you know when there's a delay, that means there are technical difficulties. Not necessarily. Most Tesla events are late, for the record. I can't really remember a Tesla event that started on time. Sometimes it's just that Elon hasn't even showed up yet. I remember that happening for the Plaid event. The event starts with Elon driving up and getting out of a roadster to get on stage, and he was just late. Like his flight was a little delayed. The batteries from Panasonic. I'm trying to remember. I think so. It's either Panasonic or LG. I held one of them. I got to do a factory tour with the Aptera CEO, and he showed me how they assemble the battery pack and what kind of cells they use. The Tesla live stream was hacked. Crypto scan man in the middle attack. I don't think that's the real Tesla channel. I don't think their channel was hacked. Thank you for the super chat, Damien, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm subscribed to the official Tesla channel, and it is not live. The official Tesla YouTube channel is not live right now. There are fake duplicate scam accounts, scam channels that may be live, but not the real ones. So this live stream that we're watching is pretty much only available on Twitter. Thanks for the super chat. Let's see. Can't view stream on X mobile app, but the delay is troubleshooting streaming issues. Oh my god, are you serious? Is it not working? So they're delaying the Cybertruck delivery event because Twitter is not working properly. That's kind of hilarious. It's Twitter only, and we might be experiencing issues because of that. Boy, oh boy, this purchase Elon made just keeps getting better and better. Oh, did they cut the music? I think we're starting. The future should look like the future. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Thank you, Haru, for the super chat. Very kind of you. Okay. The time has come. I love it already. Oh! I remember when they were filming this. This is in New Zealand, I think. Yeah. There's the vault cover. Ooh. With the rocks. Sand. gonna be drifting around, I think. Whoa, he's on Mars. It really looks like it's on Mars. I'm just gonna keep the volume a little low because I don't want to get copyright claimed. Oh my god, it looks beautiful. So comfortable out in the wild. Yeah, get it dirty. Run that thing over. Drive it through the snow. Drive it through the ice. Whoa. Over a water? They're waiting for Optimus Prime to start. Thank you, Daily Driven, for the super chat. Why is there a mirror there? It should be a screen. Ooh, now it's at Giga... There's multiple Cybertrucks at Giga Texas. Made for getting work done. Oh, wow. It's going to tow the Raptor engines. It's meant for Mars. Man. It looks so good in videos. I really do love the look of this truck. Heck yeah! Oh wow, the drone shots look amazing. There was a drone that died while they were... Ooh, the light show too! There was a drone that died while they were towing the Raptor. Oh, that was the video! That was the video of the Raptor getting hit. Wow. It looks glorious. I love it. Great footage, by the way. Great work, Tesla marketing team. Okay, we still got music. Oh, is this an actual live stream? I think Elon's driving. Okay, I don't know. This music is catchy. I just don't want to get claimed for it. Okay, Elon's in the front seat. They got the heavy music playing. Does X have captions for this? Oh, good question. I don't think they do. Hopefully Elon's in a better mood today. Whoa, is this the whole room? Is there a wider... This looks kind of small. Frame rate got really choppy there. That is not my internet. I did a speed test, by the way. My internet goes up to...
Welcome.
He's talking.
Welcome to the Cybertruck delivery event.
Okay, it's starting. Here we go.
I'm going to do it from the back of the truck here.
You guys have some better lights? I can't see anything.
Hey.
I can't see a thing. Oh my god.
So once in a while, once in a long while,
don't start.
A product comes along.
Fix the lighting.
That is rare. That is once every 5 to 10 years.
Oh my god.
Something really special, a really unusual product comes along.
Oh.
And
it's very quiet.
We'll remember those.
I'm at like full blast.
When
someone's crying.
Indeed.
Is it X crying? Internet speed goes up to 500 megabits per second. This lighting is horrible.
But these things are rare. It's very rare that...
Is this from an iPhone?
That is seemingly impossible.
Ooh.
That people said was impossible. That experts said was impossible.
The budget just dropped substantially.
And this is one of those times. We have a car here that experts said was impossible. That experts said would never be made.
Yeah.
That
experts.
It really is the most.
I can't see his face.
I think it's our best product. I think it's the most
at all
unique thing on the road. And finally, the future will look like the future. So.
No, this is a reaction stream. If you want to watch it yourself, go on Twitter. I'm going to talk through it. Don't tell me to stop talking.
So what we're aiming for here
look at that
is something that's more truck than truck.
More truck?
Okay. Thanks, bro.
I can't hear him. That's why
literally my brother there.
Oh, Kimball. Tesla will offer wraps? I don't think so.
So
it'll take too long. Thank you for the super chat.
And so what we have here is something that is a better truck than a truck, while also being a better sports car than a sports car, in the same package.
Which sports car are we talking?
So, first of all, let's
how tough is it?
Trucks are tough. That's one of the defining characteristics of a truck. So, how tough is this truck?
Did you shoot it?
Let's find out.
Whoa.
So we actually had to come up with a special, ultra-strong, Tesla-designed steel alloy. So this alloy, this metal did not exist before. We needed something that you could actually manufacture, but
It looks
that
glorious.
would have basically no corrosion, that didn't need paint, but you can still make it in volume.
That's clean.
And part of the reason that it has this angular shape is you can't actually stamp these body panels. The body panels would break the stamping machine. So, oh, and I should say also, because of the steel exoskeleton, it actually has more torsional rigidity than a sports car. It has more torsional stiffness than a McLaren P1.
Ooh, that was my last truck, so
that's
that's
very
impressive.
That's a big deal. Now you may remember
Shoot it.
an incident 4 years ago.
Yes. Do it again.
Didn't quite go as planned.
Break the glass. What are they showing? I can't see.
Franz, maybe we should try it again.
Yes. 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 They're gonna do it again. He said, "Are you sure?" That's a baseball. That's not a steel ball, Franz. What the heck? That's a baseball. That's a tiny foam ball. I didn't even hear it thunk.
Yeah.
Why are they using
Yeah.
a baseball?
Great. I mean, I think we could probably have a pro pitcher love it if it still work. So anyway, it's
That's
the
not a
glass is
steel
tough,
ball.
Basically, that's what we're saying.
Oh, they're still calling it armored glass there.
So you don't have to worry about like rocks hitting the glass and cracking the glass. This glass is basically rock proof. It also makes the
Rock-proof?
car very quiet. So it's the thing
Dude.
that you'll appreciate when you drive the car is how smooth and quiet it is.
That was a weird way to do it.
It doesn't feel like a normal truck. It's smooth as silk and silent.
Why did they
when
use
you
a
drive it.
baseball?
Yeah, so in terms of toughness.
Okay.
And then things like rollover, because the center of gravity
Whoa.
is so low, it doesn't roll over.
Whoa! Look at that crumple zone. Finally, we can see
And
the
if you're
footage.
ever in an argument with another car, you will win.
What if it's a semi-truck, Elon? Wow. It's safe from... Oh, the bullet test. I've been dying to see this footage. I like how he doesn't say anything. Whoa! Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, can your F-150 Lightning do that? The footage from the inside. Whoa, the glass didn't break either. That's kind of impressive. The windows were down. The windows were down and they didn't shatter. Huh.
In movies, you sometimes see the hero or heroine hiding behind the car door while being shot with bullets. That doesn't actually work.
Throw a tennis
unless
ball
you're
at my car.
driving a Cybertruck. So, if Al Capone showed up,
It's ready
with a
for
Tommy gun
Chicago.
and emptied the entire magazine into the car door, you would still be alive.
Assuming he didn't shoot
So-
the glass part. Yeah.
And so people say like, well, why'd you make it bulletproof? I'm like, why not? Do you
Okay.
how tough is your truck? Because the other trucks, the bullets go through both sides. So you shoot a bullet, goes through both sides of the car.
Can we see video of
and,
that?
You just never know. I mean,
Someone just shooting an F-150.
sometimes you get these like late civilization vibes. You never know when the apocalypse could come along at any moment.
What a
And,
happy thought.
At here at Tesla, we have the finest in apocalypse technology.
Thank goodness. Guess I'll just die.
I was on the Joe Rogan show, and Joe
Joe?
bet me $1 that his armor-piercing
Oh, wow.
steelhead arrow would go through the car.
Joe is
It,
in the presentation.
No, he owes me $1.
He didn't pay you the $1? Come on, Joe. I can't hear it. Oh, they cut it before you could see
Now, what
it.
about utility? So
Yes. Specs.
strength is great, but is this perhaps just a show truck, just a a showpiece, or can it do actual work?
I want to see.
How does it work as a real everyday truck?
Someone just dropped something.
Well, here we have the future towing the future.
Nice. 11,000 pounds. For dual motor, that's better than expected.
So, if you can fit any cargo in the trunk or in the bed, you can basically move it around. So it's got
2,500 pounds.
over a ton of payload capability.
Less
You could
than
really
they
put more than
originally
that in it.
said, but still
You can
very
tow
good.
over 11,000 pounds. And it's got a super tough composite bed, no liner needed. The bed is 6 foot long, 4 foot wide, and you can fit 4 by 8 feet, 4 by 8 pieces of plywood in with the
Those are like Cyberplug there.
with the back down. So,
The truck
for
pull.
those
Here we go.
who are really into the truck world, there's something in the truck world called a truck pull. This is really the key test of how much power does your truck actually have. So you have to pull this 40,000 pound sled. And when we went to the track, we said, well, what's the best that you've seen? I said, well, it'd be the Ford F-350 diesel. It was like, well, let's put our truck up against that. The guy who runs the truck pool said, there's no way. There's no way.
Who runs
Let's
it?
try it. Let's see what happens.
F-150 Lightning. Rivian. Oh, Rivian in a Tesla event. I didn't think I'd see that. Made it further. Good job, Rivian. F-350 diesel. Never seen this test before, but I guess it's because I'm not a truck guy. F-350 performed better. Okay. Can it pull me off the couch? Let's see how far the Cybertruck can take it. 6,800 pound curb weight. It's still going. Whoa. 300. Okay. Nice. That was impressive. All the music. Okay, you beat it in the truck pull.
We
Nice.
actually had to slightly turn the car at the end so it didn't hit the wall. So
Keep
this,
going.
you have here a car that is, bullet tough, like that phrase, TM.
It's got a big bed, too.
And can
I had to drive an
outpull an
F3.
F-350 diesel.
I had to drive one of those for work.
Has a massive towing capacity, massive bed. It's
What's
basically
massive?
an incredibly useful truck. It's not just some grandstanding showpiece.
Zoom in on this.
It's actually
missed
very
the
useful. Now, what about performance?
0.335? Okay. That's all right.
So this, I should say, it has an adaptive air suspension. So no matter what the load is,
Wow.
it will
35
always have
inch.
it can set the ride height at any
Dang.
at low, high, anything.
That's
It'll
really good
automatically
ground
adjust the
clearance.
damping according to how much load it's carrying and the road conditions. It has a 17-inch ground clearance.
That's really
That's
good.
a true 17 inches. Typically with a truck, you'll get the differential hanging down low, the rear differential, and that's what you'll high side on a rock. But this has a completely flat bed, so you could drive over basically anything. We actually took the
Anything?
Cybertruck on a Baja rally drive. So
Can the nerf?
this
Can the
is
glass take a nerf?
insane off-road capability.
Thank you for the super chat.
It has locking differentials, rear torque vectoring.
Nice.
And the crazy thing is they'll do this all in comfort.
Ooh.
It has steer-by-wire, which is...
Nice.
It's one of the things
That's
where
good.
most people don't know what that means, but it's how modern jets are designed. The
Thank
steer-by-wire,
God for
which gives you a
steer-by-wire.
variable gain. So if you turn the wheel, the steering yoke, a small amount in the parking lot, it will turn the wheels a lot. But if you turn it on a highway, it turns the wheels a small amount. So
That's brilliant.
it dynamically adjusts
Thank you.
how much the wheels turn according to what your speed is. And this actually makes it very easy to drive. It has a turning circle less than a Model S.
Model S.
So this thing can practically turn it, rotate on a dime basically.
I thought he was going to say
It has
something
incredible
bigger.
low-speed maneuverability.
I want the charging specs.
And then there's a lot of advanced details under the skin. It's the first time that a car is moving to a 48-volt low voltage architecture from 12 volts, which has been around for 100 years.
Nice. That's going to help with
We
the
have Ethernet
wiring.
comms, distributed controllers, allows for 70% less wire in the car.
Dang. That's a lot.
It's really, the internals are as advanced as the externals. It's a whole new step change in the technology.
Sweet.
So let's take it to the racetrack and see how does the Cybertruck perform against a Porsche 911.
always smoking the
I should
Porsches.
say this is an actual Porsche. We literally just got it from the dealer. 2023
You
Porsche
bought a
911.
Porsche? You know this is not a fair comparison. It's electric versus gas. Off the line, of course. Whoa, yep. That's pretty quick for a truck.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, it's got something on the trailer. Oh, it's towing one. 2.6. Whoa. That's impressive. Okay. I don't think with a trailer, though. I don't think it's 2.6 with a trailer. They bought two Porsches.
It can tow a Porsche 911 across a quarter mile faster than the Porsche 911 can go by itself.
That's pretty impressive. What about without a trailer?
I should say tougher than bullets. Tow pretty much anything. Faster than a 911 while towing a 911.
That's pretty gnarly. That'll make a good headline.
And deliveries begin now.
What about the range? What about the price, Elon? Please don't end the event there. Oh, God. Who's the first delivery? Who's... Oh, no. They're bringing up the music. They're bringing in the music. Don't do that. Okay. They're bringing one down the line here. It looks amazing. Why is he turning? Oh, probably doesn't want to hit the camera. Not counting rollout. You forgot the most important specs of all. I'm just keeping the music down because it's... I don't want to get copyright claim. Can you show us the software at least? I need some more specs. Please don't end the event here. Can you... Who's taking delivery? It's like they just drove it forward. Oh my God. Oh. They're talking, but I can't hear them. The music's too loud. They're saying, Elon, you have to finish the presentation over there. Guys, bring down the music. Oh, it's that guy.
So we're just, these are the actual owners. We're handing over production Cybertrucks to their actual owners. Thank you for buying Cybertruck.
What did they spend? How much did they spend on that truck? Find their faces! Track them down! Okay, where do they go now? Parking lot's too full. Oh my God, I can't believe they're not mentioning the range. Even though I said that that might happen.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Who's that?
Sure. Absolutely.
What'd they say? There's guys already in the trucks.
Just open the... I think it's green clock. There we go.
You got me the best driver in town.
Thank you.
Are the owners just sitting in the passenger seat and there's employees driving? Yeah, she looks like a real truck gal. She's gonna go off-roading now. 2 deliveries. All right. Can they bring down the music? They go several years. At least at the Tesla. Who's that? At least at the semi event, they talked about the range. They did not talk about the range at all. Definitely not the price. Oh my god. Maybe it'll be on the website when the event's over.
Well, as you can see, we've got quite a few to deliver here. So.
How long are you going to stream this, Elon?
Hi. Thank you.
I haven't slept in 3 days.
Oh, wow, okay.
He said, I haven't slept in 3
Can you
days.
enjoy your car?
Okay.
Running right here.
Guys, unlock the doors. The two most important specs, and they didn't mention either of them. Oh, God. Please don't make us find out through leaks. Why would they not announce the range if it was going to be better than we expected, right? That would make no sense. There were so many people that were like, they're making the range look bad in software. It'll actually be really good. I feel a lot worse about the range now that they haven't mentioned it. Who are these random people? How did they get decided? Oh, at least Rivian and Ford talked about the range figures.
I can see it. Yeah. Enjoy your truck.
Is this the remainder of the stream? Price and wait, he said price and range on the site now. Don't mess with me. I'm refreshing. I got the live stream in picture here. Okay, they've updated the website. You can order it. 340 miles? Okay, maybe it was better than I thought. No paint, no chip, shatter resistant. Whoa! Look at all the accessories. Loaded up. 67 cubic feet of lockable storage. Power your site. 2.6 seconds. Wow, all these shots look so good. Yep, 18.5-inch Infinity touchscreen, 9.4-inch touchscreen in the back. Whoa, charge
Well,
everything.
This is a delivery event, you know.
Bioweapon defense mode. Oh, great. That makes sense. It's a big vehicle.
Great.
Light up your world. Oh, here we go. We have rear-wheel drive. What? Available in 2025. They're still making those single motor? What the heck? Oh my god, guys, the single motor is listed. We have rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive.
It's going to be amazing to see all these cars driving
Performance. Charging. Oh, interesting. The charging still says 250 kilowatts max. And the range is 340 miles estimated, with a range extender 470?
around. Welcome.
Oh, that's great. 440 with Cyber Beast.
I mean, this is really going to change the look of the roads.
All-wheel drive, 3.90 to
The
62.6.
one
So
of
you
them
need
does
the
not look
Beast
like the
mode.
other.
6,800 pound weight, 5 adults. So still 5-seater. They're still saying they're going to do the rear-wheel drive.
Welcome.
Yeah, what's range extender? I need to play with the configurator. Is there a configurator? Oh, wow. 50 grand for the rear-wheel drive. That's really good. Oh, no, never mind. That was with probable savings. 61,000 for rear-wheel drive. 80,000. Okay, that's what we thought. 80,000 for all-wheel drive. Delivery in 2024. Cyber Beast is $100,000. 320 mile range. Okay, interesting. So range extender is like a separate thing. You will be invited. Oh, and it's a refundable $250. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about. Holy crap. That makes sense. They went up on the upper edge.
Is that it?
Is that it? They're still delivering. Range extender is gas? No way. No way. They would not do that. 61,000 for the rear-wheel drive is honestly very impressive. 80,000 for the all-wheel drive, kind of what we thought, but the range is much better than expected. 340, but what's the story with the range extender?
All right, thank everyone. Thanks for coming to the Cybertruck delivery event. And you witnessed to what? Oh, one more.
I'm looking at the
Okay.
website. Sorry, there's one more Cybertruck.
Okay.
Range extender is...
Actually.
This doesn't... I need to know more about the range extender.
Looks like maybe
Durable and regular enough to tackle anything electronically. Shadow resistant. Did they mention range? Travel up to 340 miles on a single charge, enough to get you into the backcountry and beyond. Recover up to 136 miles of range with supercharging. Power your sight. Up to 11.5 kilowatts of power directly to keep your home and lights powered on. So beast mode does 2.6 seconds.
All right, thanks everyone for coming to this delivery event, and
Feet are unwheeled.
appreciate your support. This is really gonna, like I said, change the look of
Okay.
the roads, and finally.
I'm
the
so
future
glad
look
it
like
was
the
better
future,
than we thought.
and it's really gonna be something special. Thank you.
So glad the range was not as bad as we expected. Light up your world. Ooh, instant tint. Base camp fits 2 adults comfortably. Oh, that's cool. Oh, sorry. Now this is just music. Did it end? I think it's over. The event part is over. All terrain tires have been covered. Any environment. Oh. So you can fit a spare tire in the bed, but it's not like a sub compartment. Oops. I went forward. No, it's 800 volt. It is. They said that at the event. That's confirmed. Wow. Okay. 18.5-inch center touchscreen. So performance. So what is plus range extender? I need to know more about that. Rollout extended. Where is range? Because they're saying with range extender it goes over 470 miles. That's amazing. But they're not explicitly stating how many motors are in each one. Does Cyber Beast have 2 motors or 3? I think they mentioned earlier. There's no alpha on the Cybertruck image. Updated the website. I'm amazed that the rear-wheel drive is still being listed. They said this is going to start at 61,000. But yeah, 80,000 for 340. That's great. Qualifies for the federal tax credit. 4.1 seconds 0 to 60. That's fantastic. 11,000 pound towing capacity. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm fairly happy with those existing prices. Hopefully that doesn't change too much. What is range extender? I need to know. Let's see what everyone's saying. People are saying that's extremely disappointing. Is it? Cyber Beast. No production volumes, no idea. So Kyle Connor, I think, said it's tri-motor. Cybertruck Beast. People are reordering the Cybertruck. People are posting the specs. I wonder what battery pack they're going to use in the base model. $80,000 price tag. That's what I thought it was going to be. Who told you otherwise? Yeah, Cyber Beast will not qualify for the tax credit. It's going to be a point of sale rebate, actually. But yeah, there's not really a configurator. There's just kind of 3 trims, huh? You just missed a post about the range extender. Where? Did they explain it? Or did they just talk about it? I swear. Someone just said Cybertruck will have range extender. I don't see anything about a range extender. What does that mean? What do you guys think? Drive Tesla posted some event pics. That's good. Beast Mode is an energy drink that comes with your purchase. Okay. I'm glad the range was higher than we all thought it was going to be. That's satisfying. Even though we don't have an EPA official number. Not a single new owner has been able to open the door. A baseball instead of a metal ball. Yeah, that was a dumb demo. Um, Race begin. Weird that they didn't want to mention it on the presentation. Powered frunk, of course. They call the power gate. I need more information on this range extender. I don't know if range extender means it's a gas engine. Would Tesla really do that? Would they straight up recommend you? Where would you plug it in? It's my question. There's way more questions I have if you literally have to put a gas generator in it to get it to go faster. Solar roof? I don't see any mention of it. Delivery in 2024. That's bold to assume that everybody who reserves a all-wheel drive is going to get it in next year. Will the price drop? Probably not for a while. Wow. 7,500 pound towing capacity. The rear wheel, I was expecting the rear wheel drive to die, which is why I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm like, okay, the Cybertruck will have a lower range option. I'm okay with that. If I had to get one, that's probably the one I'd get. But I have to wait till 2025. Um, all hybrids have a range extender. I know, but that's a big deal fundamentally. Don't just throw that out there, guys. Don't be like, oh yeah, of course, Tesla's just gonna have a range extender. That is a big fundamental deal for the company if they're literally admitting that, okay, oh, light bar illuminates your path. More than 5 football fields. Installation required. Base camp fits 2 adults comfortably. That looks really nice. I like the base camp. All-terrain tires. Bring a spare tire for when you go. Yeah, just throw it in the bed. Sorry, I keep skipping too far ahead. I see a roof rack here. Isn't the rear wheel just the dual motor? No, rear wheel drive is not dual motor. That's not the same thing. It's literally just one motor. Work truck version for commercial use. Probably fleet buyers if they're not going great distances. It looks beautiful. Can I just mention that? I love the design. Modern cabin packed with advanced technologies. Oh, it's so satisfying to finally have all these videos uploaded. Looks great. I'm disappointed they didn't talk more about the charging time. Um, let's see. Under the vault bed cover, fold up the seats in the second row for an extra 54 cubic feet. I think I've saw pictures of this. They can fold up the second row kind of like the F-150 does. Keep skipping. 2,500 pounds, 67 cubic feet. 6 foot by 4 foot bed, plus even more in the front trunk on the roof and in a hidden gear locker. Range extender is on website. Where? Tell me where. Um, Very disappointing. You guys had unrealistic expectations. I was going in expecting 300-mile range for 80 grand. I got 340-mile range. Now I'm happy. This is why I tried to taper your expectations. This is your own fault. That's crazy. Um, the rear wheel is going to be available in 2025, which I assume will actually be 2026. That's okay. I'm just thankful that they're not scrapping it. I would have thought this is the day they would scrap rear wheel drive. $40,000 in 2019 is $48,000 in 2023 money. That's true. Factor in some inflation and the tax credit and everything. People said range extender bottom page. Okay, bottom. Nope. It crashed. It won't let me go back. Great. Okay, let's go to. Shouldn't it be in the vehicle section? Yeah, there it is. Cool. They moved it so you can easily access it. I'm going to the bottom of the page. Vehicle recalls. Where do you guys see range extender? All I see is a plus range extender. That doesn't tell me what it is. What does that mean? Is there a bigger battery in it, or they're expecting you to use a gas generator? I don't understand. What? 20-inch wheels. They didn't talk about tire options either. Where do you guys see the part? It's not here. It's not here. There's not. I need an information tab. Where is it? What are existing reservation holders supposed to do? I have no idea, honestly. They might want you to reorder the whole thing. I hope it's a gas generator like the Ram. I don't know. I think that's a pretty big statement of the company to insist that you have to rely on gas. We don't know. No one's saying what the gas generator is. I mean, no one's saying what the range extender is. Thank you for retweeting me, by the way. I appreciate that. Um, Andrew L., thank you for super chatting. I have a day one reservation with FSD. Should I order another one with the new specs or wait? I want it ASAP. I have no idea, dude. Tesla's not making this very clear. Why is no one talking about it's being called a range extender? What is I need answers before I do my recap video. I'm gonna send out a tweet. What is this about a range extender? Is Tesla expecting you to buy gas to go to buy gas for your Cybertruck? That would be a very bold decision, in my opinion. Let me screenshot that. Ah. Or is this an additional battery? Oh my god. There's a hidden power share site. Isn't the trailer solar battery pack? No, I don't think that's what they're referring to. Both all-wheel drive and Cyber Beast have 123 kilowatt hour batteries. Yeah, they definitely have similar because the performance option just has slightly worse range with 3.6 versus all-wheel drive says 3.9 0 to 60. What? On the order page it said something else. Wait a second. If I go here, it says 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. So which is it? 250 kilowatt charging, but 800 volt architecture. Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to work at superchargers. Look to the first image. There's a beast in the seats. What? What kind of beast are we talking about? I don't see if I don't see no beast. No, solar range would not increase your range by that much. Click on the link in the power section. Energy? Is that what you mean? Look monster. What the heck? Is it down here? What is range extender? Keep the adventure going. Light up your world. Look for the hidden page that you can't see. No pricing info during the event. Used a baseball, not a steel ball on the glass. Everything is still clear as mud. Is the beast tri-motor? Yeah, I know. It's not incredibly clear. I saw Kyle Connor say that it is tri-motor, but I don't know if I believe that because Bearded Tesla says that's a good thing. I'm confused by it. No, I don't think it's this. Okay. Thank you, hello, for tagging me. Power share. Power on the go. Charge other EV. Okay, well, that's kind of what happens when you put a NEMA 1450 in something. Yeah, you can. But now you can power your house. You can charge other things. That's cool. We were kind of expecting that, but nice. Tesla vehicles equipped with PowerShare technology have onboard electronics that unlock your battery's ability to provide power whenever you need it, wherever you are. Okay. And it showed tri-motor. During the towing part, it showed tri-motor on screen, so at least one model has tri-motor. 11.5 kilowatts, yeah. Outlets. 4 120-volt outlets in the cabin. Oh. Oh, no. 2 cargo bed, 2 in the cabin. Okay, that's nice. Then a 240-volt. Jeez. Look at all the steps here. We got wall connector to grid. Demo to solar battery plus Starlink trailer. That would not boost your range that much. Thank you for linking me this. I have no idea how you found it. Range extender equals pedals in passenger footwell. That was underwhelming. I'm impressed, honestly. I got to admit, they surprised me. At least with what they announced. The range and the price were better than I thought. Yeah, 320-mile range, and then with range extender, you get another 120 miles on top of that. That would not be a solar trailer. I do not think that's what it is. I wonder if they're genuinely recommending a gas generator. Again, everyone keeps asking, do current reservation holders have to reorder? I have no idea. That is a question for Tesla. I would think no. I would think you can keep your old reservation, especially if you were hoping to keep your FSD price. I don't know why you would have to order again, but I do think it's interesting that you can't lock in your FSD price with the current order page. Interesting. Better than you thought. Bro, I thought we were going to get $80,000 starting with a 290-mile range. That was my expectation. And that's what I told you guys to expect. If you expected more than that, it's on you. It's definitely not for me. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds is insane. That's way better than expected. 11,000 pounds towing capacity was better than the dual motor was supposed to get. Gas generator would give a lot more than just 130 miles of range. It depends on the gas generator. Depends how big the fuel tank is. Which I'm so confused by. I also wish they would say how many motors each has. I guess it doesn't matter at the end. There's people saying the Cyber Beast is tri-motor. I would have thought that would have had a bigger effect on the... Okay, the weight's actually quite a bit more, so it is probably tri-motor. So the dimensions here change. The Cyber Beast is 6,800 pounds, and then the just regular all-wheel drive is 6,600 pounds. That's better than I thought. They don't have the weight of the rear-wheel drive. I'm just surprised they're not discontinuing the rear-wheel drive. So confusing. If the extender is a battery pack, then you get multiple packs and even more range. That I still have a hard time believing, though, because battery packs are incredibly heavy, and where would you put them? Where do you plug them in? Do you put them in the bed? It's a battery pack you plug into the bed. Where did you see that? Where's the evidence of that? Are people talking about it? Are there tweets detailing it? Show me if someone has information on it. I need more answers. Someone has a picture. The UI looks brilliant. I love the software. Still, the range estimate up here still does not look great. Oh yeah, Elon said the Ford Lightning is a good vehicle, just somewhat expensive, especially given the high interest rates. And then Elon came out with a truck that's more expensive. That's funny. Yeah, pretty close to the dual motor Rivian, actually. The Rivian gets better range, though, for about this. Is the dual motor 80,000? Not that. Google it, dude. They don't have the. They just updated this. Google's just going to refer me to the exact same thing. What's a range extender? I highly doubt it's. Yeah, that people like me are struggling with that. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So to rely on a gas generator would be weird, and they're not talking about it. What is this? I'm so confused. Did Tesla make a hybrid? Range extender will plug into the 1450 outlet bit. Okay, where are you reading this? You're just assuming so much. Tesla should be the one of confirming this. I don't. Did they smoke the 911 in 2.6 seconds? $30,000 higher than the starting price. Um, click on the first image of the page. What page? I'm clicking the image. Let's see. Has to be a pull behind trailer battery pack. I don't think it does. I think they would have shown that. Range extender does not automatically mean gas. Those that say they need to take a step back do not just assume. I hate assuming. I hate speculating, but you force your customers to when you don't give us an answer. It's so confusing. This is cool, but we kind of expected it because there's outlets. Run your power tools, charge your devices. 5 built-in outlets. That's cool that there's 2 120-volt outlets in the cab. I did not know that. That's news to me. So there's one down here. 4 120 volts. Yeah, that's good. Do you think you need to reorder the last reservation? I'm assuming no. Personally, I would not reorder if I were you. Outlet adapters up to 32 amps. So yeah, you could charge another car with a Cybertruck. They demoed a pull trailer if you just Google. But is the pull trailer plugged into the port? Let me see. Cybertruck range extender. What happens if I look that up? How to drastically extend Cybertruck's range. That was a day ago. Maybe for an extra cost, you can unlock the full battery pack. That would be hilarious. Thank you for the super chat, GB. If it has 3 motors, why does it not have 1020? Ugh, I hate the confusion. I was hoping for clarity. Why didn't they talk about the range? And this would have been a good thing to talk about during the event, obviously. But they wanted to wrap it up and just show people. Power directly to your home. I see that link. That's how you got there. Got it. Not a pull behind trailer battery because you need the extra range when you're towing. Yeah, towing a trailer would make your range worse, not better, even if it had a big battery in it. I looked up Tesla range extender. It's not turbo diesel. Oh, so this is what it has? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I Googled it, like you said. If it's a battery. They didn't reveal how big the battery is. No, they didn't. Technically, they never do, though. They don't even say that on the Model 3 and Y. They don't say how big the battery is, but okay, I'm going to need all of these tabs. I need all the tabs open right now. Open. Where happened to open link a new tab? Okay. Don't include probable savings. Okay. $100,000 for Cyber Beast, which the main advantage is 10,000 pounds per foot torque. It's got 200 more horsepower, higher top speed, 300 worse range for better performance. I don't think that many people are going to be interested in the Cyber Beast. Second link. This is not how you're going to. You're not going to get an extra 130 miles per charge by towing this. That's not how range works. I've done a video on this. This is for when you're parked. If you're parked, then you have to factor in how long you're parked for. So that doesn't make any sense. It's not like that's like factoring in for okay, if you park for a year, then the range is 10,000 miles. That doesn't make any sense. Did I notice the battery and drive unit are 8-year warranty. No, I didn't. Where did it say that? That's cool. Range extenders a sale. Open the Cybertruck tab and leave it on the first image. Oh, why do I need to leave it on the first? People said they saw a monster. I don't see one. Whatever. There's an asterisk, like 340-mile range, but normally when you click that, it gives you an answer. Man. Holmar's catalog refers to the battery extender. Does he answer the question? Sold over the RNS. Link it down to the specs. Where did you see? Oh, yeah. 8 years or 150,000 miles, whichever comes first. That's great. Oh, for the battery and drive unit. Basic vehicle warranty is still 4 years or 50,000 miles. Why can't the range extender just be 100? It is in the driver's seat. I looked. That's exactly where I was looking. I didn't see it. Cybertruck range extender. Well, what is he just saying that? Because Omar has said stuff that's not true before. Where did he hear this? For the highest range variant is a little disappointing. Will support external battery pack. Actually, is that true? Where did he hear that? It's an optional accessory that extends your range to 470 plus miles, but for how much? If it's a $20,000 accessory, that's less exciting. Yeah, the UI looks great. But he's actually at the event, so I'm more inclined to believe him. Not removable and goes into the bed, so you lose some volume. Range extender will probably a battery. So this is how I have to find out. I have to look at Omar's tweets because Tesla doesn't tell us. He sent me a tweet of the little beast. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, CineMod. And thank you for the super chat, Avocado Atrocity. They have so many accessories, but no shop, light bar, tent, roof rack. We will need to get access to Cybertruck accessory shop. I think it's because this is thank you. I see the monster. Thank you. Wasn't too off. Yeah. I just wish we would get more concrete information than just one guy's Twitter account. But hopefully someone there told him and he's not just making that up. Beast mode. What is a range extender? And how much is that? Is that how they bypass the federal tax credit? Forking out an extra 10,000. So we're left with more questions. Is this just beast mode because they put beast under the speedometer? Am I supposed to be impressed by that? Wow! Look at the font! Tri-motor was displayed in the tractor pull test. Okay, so I'm pretty confident then Cyber Beast is tri-motor and that there's a way to extend the range through an accessory that they haven't announced. Let me double check that they haven't added any of this to the accessory page. Shop. Vehicle accessories. They have a filter here somewhere? I don't think it's there. Where does the range extender go? 50 kilowatt hour pack if previous info shared is accurate. That's huge. That would not be something you can just throw in the back of your bed. Oh my God. What a headache. Besides the price question, I wonder how much space in the bed would be taken up. Can you stack cargo on top of it? I know, again, we're left with more questions. What is this range extender? But it's probably smart so that they can keep the battery packs at the factory simple. Yeah, interesting that the horsepower caps out at 845, even though it's a tri-motor. Huh. And not 1,000 like the Plaid. Cyber Hedgehog. Likely software that limits output to extend range. That sounds even dumber. 50 kilowatt hours that you software lock? I don't think they would do that. Permanently installed by Tesla. Yeah, I think so too. 50 kilowatt hours would be very heavy. Thank you for the super chat, RB. Appreciate that. Jeez, okay. How much time do I got? Only thing I'll miss is massaging seats. Yeah, the price was kind of what I expected. Dual motor, 100,000. Yeah, where's all those people telling me that I was wrong about the price being? No, Drew. It wasn't 98,990. It's 99,990. Well, I guess maybe they were thinking the base model would be 100 grand, but the prices could change. I'm just thankful to see the rear wheel drive is still on there because that's the one I would get if I had it if I needed a truck. I wouldn't be surprised at all if it was a software. That's a lot of extra energy to pack around that most people would not unlock. Just canceled my order. 350 miles is about what the Dodge Ram 1500 gets on each fill up. Yeah, that's not bad. Estimated range. I'm confused why this says 4.10 to 60 and this says 3.90 to 60. The specs aren't aligning with each other. It says a top speed of 112. 112 top speed. Okay, so that's the same. Don't need that. There's no new Cybertrucks in the accessories. No, the range extender is a big question. That's a big subject for a lot of people who want to do towing. Because you're telling me that it's possible. Large range. I don't think the solar is a range extender. That doesn't make sense. The battery is software locked to keep the $7,500 tax credit. I don't think they would do that, would they? Charge at work for free. Powerhouse for free. Cybertruck wraps coming. Oh, designed for Tesla designed by Tesla for Cybertruck. Okay, so they're going to sell the films. I don't know if they're going to actually wrap them. 470-mile range via something. With what compromise? With what price? Oh, with rollout. An XLT Lightning standard range is $64,000 Canadian. Its all-wheel drive, all-wheel Cybertruck is $108,000 Canadian, twice the price. Whew. Yeah, but they're actually making money on the Cybertruck. Oh yeah, this is what I saw. Camping accessories. Thanks. Matte Black Cybertruck is here. Thanks for posting these, Chris, from Dirty Tesla. We got our nice tent. We got our under-seat storage. Oh, that's cool. They're little cubbies so they don't roll around. Range extender on Electrek. It's not the solar thing. I'm telling you, that doesn't make any sense. You can't be towing around a solar trailer. That's not going to extend your range by 120 miles. I know. We have to find out a lot of this information through Twitter, through leaks. Oh, Foundation series. There's a little imprint on that one. Interesting. I don't think I would want that. Installation, universal wall contactor, Tesla gateway. Up close look at the optional light bar accessory. That's cool. Thanks, Drive Tesla, for posting that. Probably gets super bright. Why does every Elon event leave more questions than answers? I know they hate answering questions, don't they? They love being vague. This will be a battery you can put in the bed. To extend, it's not going to be something you just pull out of your garage and throw in there. How much of a range increase is that? If you're going from, oh my God, if we're going from, what is it, 340 to 470, that's a extra 130 miles. So, what is that, like 30%? No, more than that. More than that. 40%? Yeah. To increase your battery pack, assuming let's assume the rumors are right and the battery pack is 123 kilowatt hours. That's an extra 50 kilowatt hours in the bed. That's not going to be a quick little accessory you just throw in the back. Also, that's probably going to take up an outlet, so that's going to eat into your 50 kilowatt hours is the equivalent of like 4 power walls. Think of how big and heavy a power wall is. Now picture 4 of those. That's what a range extender would be. It goes in the storage of the bed. Not sure, just speculating, but it would have to go somewhere in the bed. Yeah, maybe the under storage compartment. What the dog doing? Uh, God, why do you do this to us, Tesla? Where's that picture of the bed open? No, they didn't show it. There's a little under storage area here. I'd be kind of amazed if they could find a way to fit 50 kilowatt hours under the bed. There's a Raptor engine on a trailer. Just confirmed. Yeah, the 0 to 60 difference was because of the rollout. Yeah. The white interior looks great on the Cybertruck. Where does that range extender go? And how does it power the battery? Where does it plug in? You can put it in the frunk. Can you? There's no outlets in the frunk. So how would the battery reach the... Ugh. Not 40, 50. It would be an extra 50 kilowatt hours installed. That's not going to be a tiny little, it's not going to be like a duffel bag that you just throw in the back and plug in. That's not the way it goes in the bed. Well, where else would it go? Maybe it goes under the seats? Has to be installed at a service center in the bed of the truck. Found it on the support website. Ooh, show me. Where is the support website? I need another page. Tesla support page. Customer support. Can I search something? How did you find it? It has to be permanent, yeah. Power share picture of UI show a power feed option in frunk and roof. No, it's in. I think it's inside. It's just there's outlets in the truck. Yeah, there's an outlet in the center console and there's one in the back, I think. Charge another EV. Yeah, that one's coming out the back. Yeah, if the power is bi-directional, then it makes sense that you'd put the battery in the back. It's a mega pack in the bed. In the bed of the truck. Okay. Maybe you could fit it under the second row storage. I would sacrifice those, you know, if I had to put 50 kilowatt hours somewhere. Where is this? Please cover what the range extender is. Extra battery that goes in the storage area. Oh, they're asking a question. I can't tell what I'm looking at here. What part of the truck is this? What? Is that even a Cybertruck? What is that? Oh, he's editing his video right now. Okay. Marquez is working on all the answers. If I had to put the 50 kilowatt hours somewhere, you'd probably want them centrally located. I would put them in here beneath the seats. Maybe that's not enough room. Probably because that's where the vault cover is rolled up. Yeah. Oh, you plug it into itself. It's the underbed storage. I didn't know there's. Okay, so it probably goes down there. Someone said it's dented. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. What about the claims of megawatt charging? Yeah, everyone thought it was going to charge at a megawatt. That was wrong. I tried to correct everyone as quick as I could about that. Okay. I think it'd go in the bed. Rage extender, $16,000. Confirmed. Where do you guys see this crap? You guys got to tag me on Twitter. Called Tesla. They said, do not place another order. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Andrew L., for the super chat to clarify that. You should not need to place another order. Tri-motor is probably converted to Cyber Beast. Dual motor is converted to the all-wheel drive. And your rear-wheel drive, I guess, will still stick around. I don't see the dent there, Mike, but the range extender is an extension cable that goes from the power outlets to the charge port. Where is it confirmed? They just keep saying 16K confirmed. That doesn't help us. Dominic says, I think the range extender was visible in the video of the woman charging the Cybertruck. Where was that video? Is it up here? I didn't see it. Uh, oh, down there maybe? I don't know. You can't pause this video. It's very annoying. People who say confirmed full of crap. Yeah, don't throw specs out there without backing up where you got the information, because there's a lot of misinformation in YouTube comments. It's on Twitter. That's not very specific. Let me look that up. 16K range extender. Who said that? Got nothing in reference to 16K. Okay, I'll just do range extender. No evidence of price. It's about 145 kilowatt hours. I use the energy consumption from savings details. Oh, what? What? I didn't think of that. Probable price caps. Gasoline savings. Cybertruck all-wheel drive consumption rating, 42.9 kilowatt hours per 100 miles. Oh, we got our efficiency number. Thank you for pointing that out. We've assumed a fuel economy of 20 miles per gallon for a comparable gasoline-powered truck. $3.3 per gallon for gasoline. So, so that means they're telling us here we're going 3.4. So yeah, that'd be 42.9 kilowatt hours per 100 miles. Multiply it by 3.4. 145. You're right. So maybe the rumors were wrong. Maybe it wasn't 123 kilowatt hours. According to the website, it's 146 kilowatt hours. Dang. Range extender lowers the power, and that's why the acceleration is longer. Huh. It's not on Twitter. I don't know why you're saying it's on Twitter, but maybe someone suggested it's 16 grand, but there's no one claiming Tesla will sell these extenders. Rent them out a few times a year. Bed mounted battery. They're not. Why didn't they talk about this during the event? There would have been so much clarity if they could just say how it works. Oh my god. Okay. Eddie, you're just spamming. I'm gonna mute you if you keep doing that. Software lock that you can buy to unlock the full battery. No, it isn't. No one is saying that except you, Damien. The people at the event are saying it's a battery that goes in the bed that Tesla has to install. Please look at this. Oh, peeking around in the design studio Cybertruck code. See, how hard was that? Eddie, all you had to say was Sam Roy tweeted it out. Okay, we have it. So, that means, thank you, Sam Roy, for finding that in the code. Thank you, Alexander Ernst, also for tagging me on Twitter. That's the proper way to do it. Please do not just spam in the chat over and over that it's on Twitter. That's not helpful. Okay. Rear-wheel drive and Cybertruck all-wheel drive may be eligible at the time of delivery. Oh, okay. Yeah, all you guys just repeating the info without the source is a waste of time. So 80,000, it's actually a good idea so you can still qualify for the tax credit. $80,000, that brings you down with the credit. Hopefully you qualify for it to about 72,500. It'll probably be point of sale because it's 2024. We actually don't know if it qualifies for the full credit, but it probably will. Let's see. And then you add 16,000 to that, it becomes more of like a $90,000 purchase to get 470 miles, which is not horrible for an electric truck that can go that far per charge. Um, if we already have a $100 pre-order, do we need to do the $250 pre-order today too? As far as I'm aware, no. It's not entirely clear with Tesla because you never know. But apparently, someone in the chat called Tesla and asked, "Do they need to order again?" And they said no. I'm pretty sure if you have a dual motor, that'll count as the all-wheel drive. If you have a tri-motor, that'll count as a Cyber Beast. Um, it's probably confusing though for the tri-motor people, huh? Hmm. Letting my reservation number 3,000 go now. I had to walk away when I saw the price out of my budget, and I don't see that rear-wheel drive happening. I'm surprised it's still listed here. Honestly, I thought they would have removed that. Estimate of 16,000. So it may be more or less. Well, that's very specific. Probably $16,000 as an extra battery in the bed. People are disappointed by the range. 800 volt with 3 motors in the talk spec on the trip motor variant. The rear dual motor unit is mechanically unlinked like most systems, but it's an induction system. Interesting. I would see if you can get a picture of where the battery may possibly go on the vehicle. No, it's not. It's definitely not very clear. I think here goes in that deep storage option. That doesn't look like the bed to me. Look down there. That's not the rest of the bed or the tailgate. Also, what happened to the tailgate ramp? There's no more ramp into the tailgate, and there's no cyber quad. Dang. So that part's disappointing. Hmm. And yeah, how does the range extender affect your charging speed? I feel like if it's a whole separate battery pack, that would probably eat into how quickly you can charge. Interesting. Well, there's a crap ton of stuff to talk about, that's for sure. All right, I might need to wrap this up, guys. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Oh my God, we got so much crap to dive into now. What more can possibly be said at this point? How much is the range extender? How does that affect your charging curve? What's the max charging curve? Can you unlock faster charging with V4 superchargers and the Cybertruck? Or is it capped at 250 kilowatts? Assuming the extender charges with the rest, that means 50-minute 0 to 80% charge time. Original Cyberquad prototype was just a Yamaha ATV with an electric motor. So why would you say that you were going to release that? Ramp was killed a while ago. Not officially. they didn't they didn't obviously want to mention that because it makes them look bad. People are saying this could be the range extender. Oh, there's like some bins in the back here. Someone sent. I hope that's not it because that would take up a ton of bed space. Avocado, thank you for the super chat. The production capacity must be insane. They expect to have all pre-orders filled. So if I pre-order now, I will get it next year-ish. I don't think so. I think that's a general timeline. I don't think they mean that every single order will be filled in 2024. They're probably also expecting a lot of people to cancel because of the prices being much higher. I think I'd pay $90,000 for 470-mile range. Yeah, that's the thing. It's again, we're left with more questions. It's very confusing. Man, I don't even know where to begin. Got so much to talk about. If the Beast version is the quad motor, I don't think so. Based on what people are saying, Cyber Beast I think is a tri motor. But the range extender will be a battery that fits below the bed floor. That's what it's sounding like. But it's got to be installed. It's got to be installed by Tesla. That's going to be probably over 50 kilowatt hours. According to the energy consumption here, Tesla is saying that the Cybertruck all-wheel drive consumption rating is 42.9 kilowatt hours per 100 miles. So if they're saying it's a 340 mile range, that's 42.9 times 3.4. So 146 kilowatt hours. That's a big battery. That's not honestly that efficient, which is kind of disappointing. Most buyers will be new orders. Yeah, but there was a lot of reservations, more so than usual. I have to pay $20,000 extra for less range and more weight. If you care about performance, yeah, if you want to go faster, I don't think the Cyber Beast is worth it, honestly. I don't see much reason to. Less range, higher top speed, more horsepower, better 0 to 60, but it's the same towing capacity as the all-wheel drive. Yeah, just get the all-wheel drive. How do we select dual versus beast if we didn't get a chance to select when we pre-ordered? Well, my guess is tri-motor transitions to Cyber Beast, but that's also confusing because a lot of people selected tri-motor purely because they wanted the best range, not necessarily the best acceleration. So those people who ordered a tri-motor probably want to switch to all-wheel drive. Sent you a tweet about the quad. Thank you. Where? CyberQuad is on the UK store. No, that's not what I was looking for. Oh yeah, Drew Baglino. Okay, so an official. You thought that gate was it? I don't think that looks like a battery to me. Thank you for sending me that, but it's possible. A toolbox sized battery against the back of the cab in the bed for those who need the extra range. Toolbox sized battery against the back. So maybe this is it. Against the back. Huh. Range extender is the Cyberquad. How long until they lower prices? It'll be several years, I think. If anything, the prices might go up depending on the demand. Mm. Dual subs are different. Man. I don't, yeah, I definitely, you miss out on the tax credit. So it's like a $27,000 difference between all-wheel drive and Cyber Beast, and the only difference is the Cyber Beast is a little bit faster at accelerating. Same towing capacity, worse range on the Cyber Beast. So yeah, this is the one to get if you want one. Dual motor wouldn't fall under the federal incentive of 7,500. It would if you get it. It's the limit is 80,000. So yeah, dual motor would qualify, assuming the battery pack reaches the mineral requirements. Steer by wire is cool. Um, man, I'm trying to figure out what I could do. I don't know if I should just do an entire event recap or just focus on the price and range. End of life range for a full tow and an old Cybertruck with 80 gas. It's like 188. Is that decent? I mean, it's better than anything else right now. Um, we know it's not gas. Yeah, we have confirmation from Drew Baglino, who is. No, this is not true. It's a accessory in the bed for those who need the extra range. Yeah, Drew Baglino is an official Tesla employee, and he's commenting on it that it's an additional battery that has to be installed by Tesla, obviously, because it's going to be a very big battery pack. All right. I don't think the price will be lower in 1 year. I think it might be lower in 3 years, but the demand is going to be still crazy high. Do the recap, wait till the end to talk about range and price. No, I don't think that's as important. I think the range and price is what everybody should be talking about because it wasn't talked about at the event. Everything else is kind of known and cool. Yes, it's strong. Yes, it's fast. It can tow a lot. It's bulletproof. I don't need to repeat what everybody already saw. But yeah, definitely we're not hitting 500 miles. That should be disclosed. So, okay, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got some filming to do, some podcasting to do. 10 people got a Cybertruck runs through a ball at the window instead of a meta ball. Thanks for watching. No, the range and the price thing is the more interesting topic, in my opinion. So hang in there, you guys. And I'll see you all soon. All right. Thanks for your super chats. Thanks for tuning in. This was a very big stream for me. A lot of you guys tuned in. There's a lot of good, a lot of bad, but either way, there's a lot to talk about. So appreciate you all, and hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Hopefully you weren't too disappointed. Um, range extender. Oh my God. Take care all. Bye-bye.